what we can do here.
You're recording.
We're recording? Okay, so for those two people in the audience, welcome to the Nantucket HTC. This is the meeting of Tuesday, December 20th. Present at the moment are Abby Camp, myself, Ray Pohl, and Carrie Thornwell. Do we have anybody on Zoom?
Diane.
Oh,
Hi, Mark.
hi, Diane. How you doing? So Diane Coombs is with us via Zoom. That's very
I'm not
good.
going to give you my illness, which is why I'm not there.
That's fine. I think you have a lot of company right now, Diane. Okay, so for those of you in the room, just a couple of reminders. One, if you could mute your phones, and two, if you could let us know if you're going to record any portion of the meeting in advance. And could we have a motion to approve today's
So
agenda?
moved.
Okay, very good. On Diane's motion, Abby?
Aye.
Very good. Carrie?
Aye.
Diane on your motion?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. So, okay, so we have an approved agenda now. And now, oh, you know what, folks? Hang on. Can we back up there for a sec? If we are indeed not moving forward with those certain items, the one that Sarah referenced and a few others, is that noted on this agenda? It is not. Okay, so folks, let's back up. There are some things that we're holding, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I was holding the discussion I was going to have because we need to have everybody there. So I
Right.
asked that it be put on the next meeting, which I see is January, whatever.
Okay, Diane, that sounds fine, but I want to return, I want to do another motion on the agenda because there are a few things that are being stricken from the agenda tonight.
Okay.
And if Esme could tell us what those items are so we can cross them out on the agenda officially, and then Sarah can be on her merry way. All right?
That would be the view, number 4, 11 Mississippi Ave.
The review on, or the view on number 4. Okay, got it. That's actually number 7. Oh, I see. Not Roman numeral 4, number 4. Yes, got it. Jake Dwyer, 11 Mississippi Ave. That is being held.
Correct.
Okay, very good. Next.
Old business 1, November 1st, number 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so to call those out, that would be 126R Main Street garage demo. That would be 126 Main Street main house reno. And there was a third one?
Beach grass.
Oh, 12 Beach Grass, lot 93, also being held. Okay?
And under old business, November 15th, items 8 through 14.
8 through 14.
Mariner
Oh,
Way.
in other words, to
Linda
put it
Williams
another
not
way,
here.
all of the Linda Williams of 1115 are being held. Okay?
She has one more in new business 11-8, number 1. Is that also because it's hers or?
No, the reason why is because of the missing board members.
Okay, got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good enough.
Okay, now that would be our modified agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the
Modified agenda?
agenda as just modified?
So
I'll
moved.
make a motion to
Yeah, so
accept the
Diane,
agenda.
thank you again, Diane. Diane has made that motion on that motion. Abby,
Aye.
Carrie,
Aye.
Diane on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. There you go, Sarah. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you,
have a
same
good
to you.
night.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks a lot. You too. Okay,
Yeah, Madam
Um,
Moderator.
I wanted to pull 2 things from the consent, so when we get to those.
all right. Okay, so now, is there any public comment? All right, so apparently there's,
Yes,
Sorry,
Hi.
your name for the record?
Yes. Hi, Ray. This is Hillary Rayport.
Oh,
Um,
hi. Hi, Hillary.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak out of turn. Was this the right time for me to speak up?
Well, we're at public comment, so
Yeah.
yeah, if you have something you want to say, sure.
Thanks. Yeah, I do have a public comment. So I've been, monitoring the agenda and the minutes and everything, hoping to participate in two general discussions. One about the advisory board, and then the other is about Diane's citizens warrant and staffing support. And I know that Diane has requested that her discussion listed under discussion about the advisory boards as listed on the minutes. She's requested that that be held till January.
Yes.
So everybody could be there. But I just wanted to make a public comment, which is I've noticed that Diane has made specific requests on numerous occasions. I think it may have even been 4 or 5 times to also discuss staffing. And even in the last meeting, she said that she wanted to discuss both the advisory boards and the letter about staff. And the only thing that was added to the agenda for today was the advisory boards. So it just seems like this discussion about staff never gets on the agenda. So
Well,
my public comment is to just make you all aware that, the budget is being planned over, in this room on Wednesday nights. So the window is going to close on that. And if you guys want to make any requests, you really have to have the discussion, and it just seems to never actually get on the agenda, no matter how.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hillary.
That's it. Thank you.
And of course, with public comment, there's no deliberation among the board members. But I will say that we received word from town council that this board has no say in how Plus or any other organization staffs the HDC.
So, okay.
Well,
So you're not going to advocate.
you may want to see if one of the members of staff, speaking of staff, will share that memorandum that came from town council regarding our inability to have any kind of a say in how the HCC is staffed at Plus.
Right.
So that's why it's not on the agenda.
So I understand that it's up to the town manager, but certainly you could express an opinion and advocate.
Well, okay. So thank you. I'll have to look into that. I mean, I basically was given this memorandum and it said that we have to, that's not like our purview. So,
Right.
Okay. Is that it, Hillary?
Yeah, I'm understanding that it's not going to be on the agenda.
At least for tonight, certainly Diane's holding it, and I think rightly so, because we have, besides Diane, we have 3 members right at the moment.
Right. But I'm also hearing you say that staffing is not something you're going to be putting on the agenda ever. Is that, am I understanding
No, I didn't
that?
necessarily say that. I said that
I
the
see.
reason that you haven't seen it recently is because there was a memorandum that went around that circulated saying, well, the HDC board members have no say in how to staff the office. And no, we can't deliberate. We can't deliberate on this. This is public comment. Sorry.
Well, I might
Okay.
request that it be on the agenda just so that there can be discussion about the memo and, because the public is certainly concerned about staffing and, that the HCC has everything it needs. That's all.
Okay.
I can do it under commissioner.
Thank you, Hillary. But I
Thank
really
you.
don't, I don't want to do that as a sort of workaround. Thanks, Hillary. Okay, now we are at commissioner's comments, so you can say what you want to say.
Well, I was going to say that if we did want to talk about Diane's article, we could put that on discussion. Say,
When? I mean,
Well, that's-
later, we have to notice it.
well, yeah, so we're holding Diane's letter to reinstate the advisory boards. We could also talk about her article at that point.
Isn't this it?
No,
Oh,
and she's holding it anyway. Yeah, again, I don't know, I think it's a citizen-sponsored warrant article, whether, we can talk about that, I'll have to see. Okay, thank you, Abby. Anyone else?
Me, I'm here.
Well, I know you're here. So are you going to speak as commissioner comment, or do you want to go to your discussion item?
No, I don't want to go to my discussion. I want to
Okay.
put that off when anybody's there. I'm just saying it's no big secret. I have put in a citizen's warrant
Correct.
to remove us from Plus. And my main discussion about staff was not whether Plus can or cannot appoint staff, but my discussion about staff was how we, the HDC, were going to work with our staff so we are all sort of on the same page. And I will check with John, GRG, whatever, and see if that is legal, because that was one of my points was that we didn't have, like, I never got this thing from anyone that said we couldn't do it with about Plus. As it happened, I wasn't trying to do that, but that's what my discussion with staff is about. That's all, and we'll do it on the 3rd or the 6th, whatever it is, of January.
Well, so Diane, if you are able to speak with John Giorgio about that, that would be great.
I will put in a thing for wanting to talk to him tomorrow.
Maybe it's just a question of how it is
Wording. It's
worded, exactly. How the discussion is worded in our agenda.
Right, that's all. And
Okay.
then that will open up a nice discussion that the committees and staff have together that we don't have a chance to do. So I will check with John Giorgio on tomorrow and make an appointment to talk with him or email him, okay?
That would be great. Thank you so much, Diane.
Thank you for your help.
All right, so that was your statement just then was as a commissioner comment. Now, did you indeed want to hold, we have 2 items for discussion, one of which is your letter. Do I understand that you want to hold that for a fuller board than we have
Yes.
today?
I'm
That's that.
I'm holding that whole thing, 1 and 2 or whatever, until our next Tuesday meeting.
Okay, that sounds fine. And now we
Yes.
do, however, need to vote on the January through March 23 schedule. Is everyone prepared to do that? Is there anything that needs to be discussed about that?
Have it be lovely and sunny and no snow.
Well, yeah, exactly. She wanted to be sunny.
Oh,
So should we just move it through?
should we
Yes.
vote on that? Do we vote on
We
the
do vote
calendar?
on it. Yeah,
Okay,
we have to
I'll make a motion
officially,
to approve the calendar.
Okay, so Abby has made a motion to approve the calendar that's in place for January through March of 23. On Abby's motion, Diane?
Yes, I.
Thank you very much. Carrie?
Aye.
Thank you. Abby, on your motion?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. Thank you all. Okay, so signs, what's we got?
The SAC met this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and per the recommendations, items 1 and 2 held for revisions.
Okay, let's move that one.
So
Make a
moved.
motion to hold 1 and 2. for
Abby
revision.
beat you to it, but so on Abby's motion, Diane.
Aye.
Thank you. Carrie,
Aye.
Abby,
Aye.
I'm in favor. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. How about 3?
Approve with condition.
Okay.
So moved.
You do.
Well,
Oh, okay. I'm going to give that one to Diane. That was, yeah. Okay, so on Diane's motion, Abby.
aye.
Thank you, Carrie.
Aye.
And Diane on your motion.
Aye.
Very good. And I'm in favor. All right, now the consents, and Abby, apparently you have 2 that you want to look at.
Yeah, It's number 6,
You-
211.
you had- Okay, go ahead. Sorry, did I interrupt it?
Right, that's on consent, and I don't think it should be, and I needed more information on 24 Pleasant. That the
24
application was kind of incomplete, didn't. So I
Now,
just wanted-
I'm seeing a little bit of an issue here anyway, and that is this. I certainly need to recuse from item number 2. Carrie needs to recuse from item number 9. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
So.
We could do
I-
it piecemeal.
We're going to do it a little bit piecemeal here, okay? Let's pull me out of the line, okay? I'm going to try and simplify this as much as I can. Okay, so what I would like is a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of items 2, 6, and 8.
So moved.
Very good. Hold on. Let me do that again. Can we approve the consent agenda with,
Everything but 2, 6, and 8.
but we want you in there, so that we're gonna have to,
Mine is in there.
I know, so we have to keep that out unless you don't want.
So it would be 2, 6, 8, and 9.
Okay, the three of us, ex Carrie, are going to vote on this first round, okay, which is excluding items 2, 6, and 8, okay? So let's move through with that.
Okay, so moved.
I felt,
Okay, so Abby has made a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of items 2, 6, and 8. On Abby's motion, Diane,
aye.
Abby,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. So that covers everything except 2, 6, and 8.
And what about 9? What about
Well,
North Carrie?
no, that got approved because Carrie was not sitting on that vote.
Okay,
Okay, so we're good.
okay.
Now let's for a moment, do you guys want to,
Yeah.
Abby, do you want to chair and go through, let's get rid of mine, so then we can all get together as a group and discuss 6 and 8? Can you do that?
Yes, so what,
Two,
Motion to approve
number 2.
motion to,
Well, she just gave it to you.
okay, all right, thank you. On Carrie's motion, Diane
Aye.
and
Aye.
Carrie and myself, aye.
Okay, so now we have a question about item number 6. And you said that it should not be on consent. Is that correct,
That
Abby?
is correct.
Do we want to discuss this at all or just pull it and have it go on the regular agenda?
Well, yeah, if we had more people here, it'd be easier.
Well, I know, but
But,
here we are.
so how far do you want me to go with my,
I'm looking at it and I
Oh.
tend to agree.
oh, okay, so,
Okay, so listen, that's 2 people. Why don't we just hold this one and have it come up? So we're going to unconsent item number 6, okay? All right?
Just because the visibility is huge.
yeah,
right
it's,
there.
it's almost an iconic little house.
Okay, very good. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, now we're at item number 8, I believe, and you said that there's some information missing. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's minuscule. It just says, it's an old house. It's going for a larger light well and a larger window, but it doesn't say how large, and it's right on Pleasant Street. So I was just curious as to.
Let me see if I can turn on my computer.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's on the side elevation.
Yeah, like that.
Right now it's a basement sash. I can see it. I think they're just making it an egress window. And it's on the side at the
can get you to.
Oh.
You're so good at it.
Yeah. Well, I can't even get it on.
Do you have an opinion?
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, no problem with it. Diane, are you able to view what we're talking about?
Yep, I got it right here.
And do you have an opinion?
No, if the window, it says replace basement window. Abby said they're making it bigger. I don't have the plans, just right this moment, I have that. But if they say it's good, I'll go along. I didn't know what the electric connection, electric meter is there. So it looks a little busy, but I guess it's going under the window on the first floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big red circle thing. So I think if I
Yeah.
understand this correctly, this is going to be an egress window, so it's going to go deeper down into the ground. Is the width remaining the same?
Right.
Say that again?
According to the applications, match existing window.
So it looks like it's gonna be wider.
Existing windows above grade? Oh, so that's fairly large.
Yeah, but this is on the side of the building.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
on the front. There's a fence surrounding the property. There's the front. The driveway's on the left. This is a walking gate side.
Thank you, Abby.
I don't,
There's the window. There'll be the window right there
Okay.
next to the electric connection.
You know what? I'm looking at this fence and the vegetation that is directly in front of that window. I can see the meter. I can't see the window down there at all. So this house is like 2 doors away from me. So I don't have a problem with this one.
Okay,
I'll motion to approve
Okay.
as submitted.
All right, so there is a motion on the table to approve, this is item number 8, which is 24 Pleasant Street, motion to approve the basement sash. That's Carrie's motion. On that motion, Diane?
aye.
Thank you, Abby.
I'll abstain.
Abby abstains, Carrie, you're in, right?
Yep, aye.
And I'm in favor. So that's 3 in favor, 1 abstention. Okay, so that does cover our consent agenda. And now we have consent with conditions. Any issues there for anyone? We have 2 items. If not, I would entertain a motion to approve consent with conditions.
So moved.
Okay, so Carrie has made a motion to approve consent with conditions. On that motion, Abby?
Aye.
Very good. Diane?
Aye.
Very good. And Carrie on your motion?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. So as we all know now, our view has been held, which brings us to new business of October 25th at 8 Sparks Avenue, window replacement. Is there anybody to rep that?
Yes, Tyler Hammond is present. I'm also with my partner, Ryan Cox, who is also a homeowner of the property with me.
Okay, very good. So you have 4 people sitting. I think you probably know who we are, right?
Yep. Yes.
And Abby, I'm so sorry. Look, now I'm back to that again.
Esmeralda, these were crazy.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's see view all agendas, I think you just push that.
Okay, so I think I know where this one is going and why it was not on consent. This is because it appeared, thank you so much.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. This is because we're putting in, are they Anderson windows that you're putting in?
We were actually asking to put in vinyl windows. That's what we were requesting. Once
Well,
we,
Anderson windows are a type of
Ye-
vinyl window.
yes.
but-
yes, that's
Yes,
fine.
the-
Yes, Anderson
Anderson
vinyls.
vinyl.
Well, okay. Do we have a manufacturer? The fact that you didn't say yes to the Anderson Who's making the windows?
Anderson. We,
Oh, it is Anderson.
sorry, yes.
Okay.
'Cause we just slightly confused on the wood versus vinyl, but yes, they're vinyl Anderson windows, and we have Pella, as you can see here.
You have Pella, these windows that I'm looking at right now are Pellas?
No, this was just to put in front of you to get the dimensions. We had them come and do the estimates first, but Anderson will be installed. If that makes sense.
Okay, well, it sort of makes sense, although each manufacturer has different sizes, just FYI.
But essentially, they're the same size as what's there.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Um,
And the big picture window with the flanking double hungs is not being replaced. That's staying put.
Correct.
That is correct.
Front.
Correct. That's in the back.
That's in the back of
In the
the
back.
Oh, that's. I've got an idea.
go.
No, I stupid idea. I was just thinking on whatever's on Sparks should look a little more traditional, like true to divided light. And I think we would be fine with the vinyl on the sides and back. We've done that in the past, but I don't have a really good sense of what the front is. I think it's just this with the AC window in it.
No,
So
that's the rear. The front, we have
There's an
about
AC in the front too.
12
Yeah,
foot, we have 12-foot bushes in the front of the house. You can't see it from the street, the house, actually.
Yeah, I wish we had a.
Yeah, it would be nice to have photos of that.
Yes, there is, right there.
There's that is the front, but we didn't take it from the street. No, one more down.
Fifth photo down.
Yeah, one photo down. That would be the front of the house. But it is not from the street view, unfortunately. Sorry. It's actually on the turn of Sparks, the new house that's been built. That is direct access to the street. This one is actually kind of tucked behind the cottage here.
I don't have a problem with this.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
could somebody describe to me, like, what is it going to look? I mean,
It's
like
gonna look
these.
like that.
It's gonna look the same. Yep.
Well, it's going to look like that with Anderson windows, which is, you know, relatively
And they're gonna
subtle
be
change.
white,
Yeah.
Yep.
white,
Correct.
Yep.
correct?
Yep. We want it to look exactly
Okay.
the same. Just they're all rotted. The windows currently, and it's basically unlivable in that cottage now.
And-
With the draft.
Does that mean they don't need any storms?
Well,
Are they
Anderson makes
insulated?
their own storms, which don't look like this. These are probably Sturgis storm windows. You're probably going to go with the Anderson storm screen thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're actually flatter to the building than the Sturgis ones. They don't pop out the way these guys do. So any further discussion on this? Diane? Anybody?
I'd like to know if they have a site plan.
Oh, there is a site plan. Yeah, the site plan is after the application. There's the locust plan. Well, son of a gun. Yeah, I know this house.
Okay, what
Yeah, yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie, you were gonna make a motion.
Motion to approve with Anderson replacement sash for all the ones that are labeled on the plans.
Okay. Thank you for that, Carrie. On Carrie's motion, Abby.
Aye.
Diane?
Aye.
Very good. Carrie on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Okay, so now, because of our good fortune and Linda not being here, we get to skip that page. And we are going to new business of November 8th. The first item of which is a Linda Williams project. So are we holding this too, I guess, maybe? Is that what we're doing?
She was at a meeting this morning.
Maybe it's because of few people we are,
This is the second time she's held at those 126 Main Streets.
Well, yeah, and that was because the board, she was missing members. In one case, it was me. And in tonight's case, it was, I think, Val and Stephen. I'm just curious, is this this sort of thing that we could look at and,
This roof. I
It's a
looked at
very
it,
odd.
it's Not great.
okay, then let's hold it
So
for rep. Okay, that's all I need to know. We're gonna hold this one for representation. We don't need to move that.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lenhart, I believe, is here for 24 Cliff Road. Hello, Chuck.
Hello.
There he is now.
Happy holidays.
Oh, no, what did I do wrong?
This is a little garage to move from like next door to
Let's go back.
Yes.
next door.
An existing garage built in 2000. And the lot configurations changed, and so we're just going to pick it up and spin it around 180 degrees and moved it into the back corner behind the existing structure.
Yeah. Yeah, wait for these guys.
I was gonna make him do it.
Oh, and then we're on.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you do
24, when you touch that.
All
To
right,
go
great.
back, you touch that little arrow. When you're done with this project, touch that arrow.
Okay,
And
thank
then you'll
you.
get back to that list.
I'll ask you this again in another 5 minutes.
As if I'm
Chuck, I'm so
detective.
sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm learning how to,
Learn how, yeah.
yeah, I'm learning how to
Are
chisel.
we doing the bloody move or the bath?
This
What
is
we
a
have down
garage
is
from one-
move on site building, and poor Chuck just went and he gave us this great narrative about like how it was gonna move, and I was not listening.
Oh, did you say something?
Yeah, he did.
So it's an existing structure that was built in 2000,
Mhm.
and it's a simple garage structure. There it
Yes.
is. And we just need to move it across the lot and turn it 180 degrees.
Move it across the lot, turn it 180 degrees.
Yeah, so there's a long driveway going down the left-hand side, and then you're moving it from that sort of
Yes.
L shape over behind the main house.
Correct.
Okay, so Chuck,
Yes,
this is on the back side of the property.
it is.
What's behind this?
The lily, the
Oh,
like the
oh.
oldest house.
You
and-
can't access, you have to access off of Cliff Road.
And the lot, the
Yeah.
property is a very long property that has been bought by all the abutters on Folger Lane.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so we're moving it over to leave it on the 24 Cliff Road, and all the abutters on Folger Lane get bigger backyards. That's the exchange that's happening.
So the driveway would remain,
The same.
it would be, it would
Yes.
just go
It's
straight
down.
back to this
So
building.
it turns to the right
And the
instead of
brick
left.
patio that you see, we're going to pick it up and just flip it
Gotcha.
over. Driveway is unchanged.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Chuck. Discussion.
I'm all for this.
Yeah.
Is this Sage Sab? You're gonna have to, it is
Oh.
H Sab.
It is a
Linda's here.
historic property, 18.
Ray, excuse me, it's
Oh,
Mickey.
Mickey.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Hey, Mickey, do me a favor and chime in. Like if you need to, because usually that's going to Holly, can you just say, I'll try and remember. But go ahead. What did you folks have to say?
Well, in this particular case, we have no concerns, so,
Okay, thanks, Mickey.
sure.
Any discussion, board members?
I think Carrie was gonna make them, no, I think it's a good
I'm
looking
for it.
building.
It's great.
Okay, so that was a motion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Carrie's made a motion to approve this one. On the motion, Abby, Diane,
Aye.
thank you, Carrie,
I
and I'm in favor. All right, so that was one, and then we're going to do an addition onto this.
do a little arrow.
Yeah, it's coming back to me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What,
Bath remodel.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Do I really have to open that?
Chuck, do you have anything to say on this? Because
Yeah.
we're going to go to Mickey right after you.
Yeah, so this is a historic structure, 1810, and there is a wart. There are two warts on the left-hand side of the property that were both added within the last, I think, at 89 or something like that, but within the last 30 years. And the wart is a one-story element that creates a bathroom on the first floor, and the client is requesting that we extend it up to add a similar bathroom on the second floor.
See that? Yep. Okay.
And so the footprint does not change. It goes straight up. We're not removing any windows or any historic fabric to do it, but it's just a funny little wart on the side.
Gotcha. I got a feeling I know what Mickey's going to say. Mickey, it's to you.
Thanks, Ray. So from HSAG, from our group yesterday, the proportions of the proposed two-story addition do not adhere to building with Nantucket in mind guidelines, which recommends a width to height ratio of 1.5 to 1. This far exceeds that ratio and creates this sort of rocket ship effect. Thank you.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Did you guys investigate the idea of doing a shed roof as opposed to a gable?
It could be a shed roof. It could be a hip roof. But it doesn't change the break point or the height. It still becomes a very long, narrow element on the side of the building. And there's a side elevation of that too.
Okay. Just. Hey, Linda,
already
where'd you
started the
come
meeting.
from?
I
We
told
skipped
you.
over you. No, I mean the first one, but okay. I will, of course. Yes, I will take public comment. Go ahead.
The Brown family, I assume, still owns it.
They do not.
Oh, they've sold it finally. The Brown family, Virginia Brown's family, owned this house for probably their family of over 100 years. And we rented it all through the 60s and into the 70s, or early 70s. And I know for a fact, I spent 90% of my time in that backyard. You cannot see, whatever they do back there cannot be seen from any publicly traveled way.
Do you know which application?
Yeah.
No, it's
Well,
not
we're
the
doing
It's
garage.
the addition in the back.
No, we did that.
So which one is this one?
No,
We're at
this
the
is
side
on the
bathroom.
side of the main house.
Yeah, it's very tight to 26. It's very tight. I did the work at 22. And I've done actually some work on this. That rear addition thing or whatever they had done to this house was done by Tommy. I can't remember his last name. Yeah, about 30
Okay,
years ago.
You refer to it as a rear addition. It's not on the back, it's on the side.
It's still incredibly difficult to see it
Yeah.
because of how tight it is to 26,
Completely visible.
which was always a problem. Because 26 had to
Hey,
put a
Linda.
fence up.
Linda, sorry to interrupt. But apparently I'm looking at a photo of it right now, taken from Cliff Road, and you can like absolutely 100% see it.
Is it on the west side, the north side of the house?
It's on the driveway side.
East
Driveway
side.
side of the
You
house?
know, for Linda's benefit, can you guys roll up that photograph taken from Cliff Road that shows the yellow clapboard building in the foreground? I mean, it's seriously, okay, Linda,
It's
thank
not going to
you.
have any impact, I can put it that way, because there was a lot of stuff done to it when Ethan did it before.
Let's see what the board members have to say. Thank you. Okay, who wants to start?
I can go.
Okay.
So Charles, is it Charles?
It is, Charles.
It is.
Charles. The issue I have with this is that there are no windows in it and it's just a blank two-story addition. And I don't think that has like a historic precedence. So
No windows on the
on the street
front.
side.
Right.
So and it's already sort of long and skinny, as Mickey said. It's kind of got that rocket ship going on. But it does have windows in it. So I'm not sure if you have the room to pull it out a little bit and get two windows on that street side. But that would be my advice. Thank you.
How about really small windows or a small window?
Smaller.
Yeah,
on
I would
the
go with
street?
that.
The gable is funny.
It is. I'd
It is
rather see
funny.
a shed.
I would rather see a shed too, and feel like it's like an old coal chute or something. You know, it's like, it just seems like the gable is,
It's just very tall, and I mean, I'm surprised that they were allowed to add the word in the first place.
would a 4-pitch work with the windows above on the 3rd floor?
Yeah, trying to, it only projects out like 2.5, 3 feet at most. So trying to put a window in there is going to be all window even. Or I could put a really small window up there, but you'd have this very tall element with a very small window.
No, I think we were talking about the windows on the south side, maybe being a little smaller because it's so tall and skinny. Well, but if the downstairs window exists that size, then these
Right.
have to stay. I would just do a shed roof. I think a shed roof would be better off,
I
and
agree.
having no windows on the street side is okay. Because it
And
is so
given,
narrow.
back to the roof pitch thing, if it only projects out 3 feet or so and you're a 4 and 12,
Right.
do the math on that. That's not much of a rise.
And it could be a hip that
Could be, but I
diminished.
I
think the
prefer the
simplicity of
simplicity
it.
of just a simple shed, because you are 4 and 12, roof pitch on the shed is fine.
Right.
4 and 12 on a hip is not so great.
Right.
And it's a
But anyway,
tiny
so Abby, comments?
I'm gonna stick to my window on the
Cliff
on
Road
Cliff
side.
Road, because
Okay.
I just think it looks really odd. It looks like sort of a mistake or something, and it's not very deep, so it doesn't look like it's anything, so.
Okay, thank you. Diane?
I don't know how you get a window in there, but I think it definitely needs it if you can. And I think the shed roof would be much better than that straight roof. Chuck, is there any way of having a window on the side that faces the house next door?
There is.
There is a window there.
There's a window program there. Okay. That would be good. And how wide is that little extension anyway? You said 30 inches?
It's 30 inches it's maybe 3 feet at the most.
Even this tiny window would have.
Could you get a 2/2, a 4 square?
You could get something narrow there, if you really wanted something on that elevation.
I think it would look better than having it just there. I really do, with the age of the house and how you see it. It's fairly early on Cliff Road, and I think it would fit in, or at least like to see what it looks like if you would want to have a view and draw, or have a I can't even talk.
I'd be happy to submit a revision there.
Yeah, I would like that.
Abby had a thought over here.
Yeah, I've been, there's a couple of houses on Gardner Street that have 4/4s. They're very slim and they're on historic houses. And
Yeah.
I think you could actually slip one in, or two even, and I think it would make it look a heck of a lot better and more authentic, more historic. So that would be my thought, but whatever the board wants to do is.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to hold for revisions and have him draw that up so we could look at it.
All right, there's your motion. I just do want to say that, personally, I don't have an issue with this thing not having windows on the Cliff Road side. And the shed roof is, to me, the remedy that would be most effective to making it look more harmonious. But there is a motion on the table for some revisions. So on Diane's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Carrie,
I
Diane on your motion?
Aye.
Thank you, and I'm in favor. Thank you, Chuck. All right, night. Stephen Thoreau. Okay, well, we passed by it, so, yeah.
Just so you know, Unless she's already told you, we're going to go ahead and put Mariner over because Steve isn't here.
Which one?
Yeah, Mariner, we have all that off.
Mariner,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
that's all that done.
and I don't mind putting over the next bunch that's mine over to January 3rd because you still only have 4 members.
The next bunch, meaning 11, 17?
9 Main, 1 East Hallowell, not
Yeah.
9 Main, that's his. 1 East Hallowell,
Okay.
24 Pleasant, 41 Orange,
If-
126 Main.
We will certainly put it over if we get to that.
You probably will without Mariner in the way.
Okay,
So I'm going to put all of mine over to get a 5-person board on the 3rd.
sounds good. Thank you, Linda. Okay, Stephen.
Good evening.
Hi there.
We are asking for window replacements on this particular project. We were approved to have half of the existing windows replaced, which were ordered and have not been put in yet. And these builders submitted photographs of the windows. We want to continue the rest of them to replace. They're in pretty tough shape. The house is 1949. We did our research on the Sanborn maps.
Oh.
And originally, the real estate agent thought it was 1890, but it's not. It is 1949 is the date of the house. So we get a few more windows to replace if we allow them to do, so that all the windows would be the same. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Stephen. Hey, Mickey, are you handling SAC stuff as well?
No, Ray, we're not.
Ah.
Sorry.
Are these
Do we have any written note? Nothing from SAC?
Check it right email.
Okay.
I have something.
Okay, let's see. What do you have to say, Carrie?
Well, I just have to say that the photographs show 4/4 windows and you're drawn 3/3 with some of the ones that are being replaced. So what is it? Are we going 3/3 or 4/4?
No, what's in the drawing, Carrie, is what's being replaced. The sash.
Right, but on the photographs, they're 4/4, not 3/3.
I don't see that, but go ahead.
I was looking at it earlier. If you scroll all the way down to the photos, at the very bottom of the set, the partial south
Yeah,
elevation
She's absolutely correct, Steve.
and I guess it's just the south. But the windows there are,
Yeah. Just for your benefit,
this
Steve?
is a 4/4, and then can you scroll down?
Yeah, the one with the garden hose.
These
There you
are
go.
4/4.
Right.
Right, so those will be replaced the same.
Okay,
Well,
'cause
but
the
your
drawings need to
drawing shows
reflect that.
3/3 is Carrie's point.
Oh, well, that's an error then. That's an error. They will be replaced the same thing. That's our intention, is to have the same, absolutely the same that's there now.
Same aperture, same size.
Correct.
Okay.
Just a little typo detail.
Thank you, and thanks for pointing that out. Okay, so anyone else on this?
I'm fine if it gets corrected on the drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I think we can move this one.
Oh, wait, you're raising the roof too? It says,
Oh.
That was all done already.
that's all
Yeah,
previous
some of this
stuff?
is already
Oh,
approved.
Yeah, it's all previously approved. Thank you.
okay, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Okay. Confusing.
Sorry, did we get a motion on this?
Motion to approve with the corrected drawings to reflect the existing windows.
Very good, thank you. Abby's made a motion to approve through staff, making sure that we have a record copy submitted that shows the actual light configuration of the existing windows so that the new ones will match. Thank you, Abby, for the motion. On that motion, Carrie,
Aye.
Diane,
Hi.
very good, Abby. Who was that? Abby on the motion?
Is that your eye?
That was Abby saying aye, okay, and I'm in favor
aye.
too. So there you go, Stephen. You're all set. All right.
Do I need-
Okay,
Thanks.
Ethan.
Thank you. I'll find a good pen.
New garage. What's a boathouse?
Does it have
Oh,
boats
it's
in
on
it?
the wrong side of the water.
I don't trust this guy.
Is that it, Ethan?
Yes, everything's to match the main house.
Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey.
You ready for me?
We are ready for you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, so I'm okay with overall design, but the penta roof over the garage doors seems to detract from the simplicity of the building and should be removed. The door on the north or street side elevation is bisected by the water table and not aligned with the adjacent windows. It would be less confusing if this were moved around to the east side.
Is that it?
That's it, thanks.
Great, thanks, Mickey. All right, folks,
I can give it a go.
very good.
I appreciate the drawing too, but I think simplifying the garage, the penthouse over the garage would be a good
I
idea.
can take that out.
Okay, and slipping that
Great.
door around the corner.
The door is there because right now there's a double driveway
Okay,
and on the existing property. So the whole point of that door is it's taking place. If you go to the site plan, you can see how the driveway at the top right goes into that door. So that's for like bikes and all that stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it doesn't have to go into the setback.
is that door on the inside of the property?
No,
Or-
it faces the street.
Oh, okay.
So right now, the existing driveway is a U-shaped driveway with 2 curb cuts. So we're utilizing the second curb cut to go into that door. So that door is for, like, so you have to quick access for bikes and stuff like that, going in and out without opening garage doors.
All right, well, maybe somebody else can figure that out, but my thought was see how there's vegetation there, and I really think that helps adding a new garage there. Is there any way we could keep those black pines or whatever they are on Easton? Or
There's no plants there anymore.
There's trees.
see the trees on the left of the driveway, or is that not yours?
That's on Chip Webster's property, the next one over.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the property line. All those trees are on the property line, they're staying.
Okay,
Those are examples of other ones.
but so that's the property, right? The top one?
That's an example of down the street of another style.
No, that
Yeah.
is the water side. Can we see the
Roadside?
the eastern side? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so can we just stay on the eastern, does anybody see those trees on the left, or am I crazy?
Yeah, I see them.
I
Yeah,
see them.
I think if you kept they're black pines, right? Pitch pines, whatever.
No, they look decorative. They look like decorative evergreen of some sort. What one?
That's a giant tree that's gone that was in the middle of the property.
Oh, it's gone.
Did you say it is gone?
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
'Cause that's
Alright.
probably where the garage is.
That's exactly where the garage
Yeah.
is going.
Yeah, well,
It's funny it went where.
well, anyway, I was just going to say that maybe in the landscape, is there going to be a landscape plan?
Yeah, but it's by others. I'm not doing that.
Right, okay, so we can address that when it comes up before
Yes.
us, because I think vegetation in front of this building will be good. So, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Abby, thank you. Carrie?
I agree about the pent roof, but
Yep.
I also think that the hip is too high on the building. And the proportion is a little funny on those end elevations, especially with the pent roof gone. Obviously, we're raised for the floodplain, but I also think with removing the pent roof, we gotta, if you look at the east elevation, you'll sort of see how
Yeah.
tall that wall is with the hip roof above it, above the window gutters. And I think the windows on those end gables could get bigger if you drop that hip down
Can you
somehow.
scroll the elevations so we know what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Dropping the hip is going to require either that you drop the whole roof or that you increase the roof pitch.
Mm.
And exactly, and I wanted to keep the building at 24 feet or whatever I have it at, keeping it, what's the height?
24.6.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it short, but we have to raise it to that flood zone elevation.
Well,
And
you
the second floor has to have all that code compliance for the 6'8" minimum headroom and 7-foot space.
Well, you have the bump out on the south elevation. I wonder if it drops, if it could incorporate that piece. And maybe you don't have it on one side, but the hip then comes down and wraps with that bump where that tertiary door is on the west elevation. I just feel like it's got a funny proportion with the hips.
Everything would look better if we didn't have to build it at elevation 9 or whatever it is. I'd love to bring the whole thing down.
Well, you still have
but-
like 2 or 3 feet of wall above the windows, and then the garage doors when the pent roof goes. So I think it needs some. It's
Right,
quite
but
a large.
I know
little
it
tiny
looks
building.
large, but yeah,
If you look at the site plan.
I don't know how to make
it's
it any
size
shorter
of
than the
main
second
mass.
floor because of the building code.
Well, I happen to agree with what Carrie's saying.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of wall space
Maybe that's
before you
fine.
get to the eave. Okay, so Diane, comments on this?
Yeah, I just want to ask a question of why are we contending with flood thing on Maury Lane or Grand
No,
Ave?
this is Easton Street.
Oh,
Yeah, Maury Lane is the next garage.
This looks identical.
oh,
Yeah.
that's why I was wondering what the hell was going on.
It's a garage, so none of the first floor is. It's all.
Do somebody else and I'll go to it quick, okay?
Okay, thank you, Diane. Abby, have you said your piece on this one?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out that's probably why they have the pent roof to cover up that large space. But I like Carrie's idea. It might make it look more shingle style to drop that down and make sort of a heavy eave. I don't know how you do that, but I think it might be attractive.
And I do have a question about the floodplain elevation,
Yeah.
because the habitable space is on the second floor, therefore the floodplain doesn't
It's not
matter because
applicable.
it's a garage, it's
Yeah.
not applicable.
Right.
So you can play with it to bring it down.
I think that would be good. That it's all up on the second floor and the garages don't come under our concern, so.
So, yeah, Diane, that's right. Ethan?
Yep.
I'm looking at the double dash line that's on all 4 of your elevations. It's indicating where the second floor is.
Yes.
And I think that the issue here isn't really actually the floodplain, because if you look at the distance from the grade up to the ceiling of the garage, it's not really that tall. I think that the issue is the fact that from the second floor to the eave, you have quite a large amount of space, which clearly will get you more usable floor space up there, but it's also serving to jack the whole eave of the roof up. And I'm thinking that the best remedy for this would be to increase your roof pitch from a 10 to say an 11 or something. And what that's going to do is it's going to drop the eave down with respect to where the floor is. You're going to, in doing that, you're going to lose a little bit of your second floor program. But I think maybe you should.
Wouldn't an 11 pitch make it taller?
What?
Wouldn't an 11 pitch?
Not if you drop
Keep
the eave.
keep the ridge exactly where it is and make it steeper. That drops the eave.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing to accommodate my fellow members on the
Oh,
HDC
no, no,
on
no.
another project down on Jefferson Avenue.
Well, your
Oh,
window
so-
header, your window headers
There you
also
go.
must be at like 10 feet,
Do
10
we
feet
wanna
high
s-
on the second floor.
Y-
Do
uh,
we
Window
want to
headers
see
also
are
true.
really
revisions or
high.
do we want to,
I think we need
staff
to
it?
see it.
Okay,
I-
all right.
Well, yeah, I think you need to kick it around a little bit.
Okay.
But I do believe, and my discovery on the thing on Jefferson was that increasing the roof pitch got the eave down, and it didn't result in that much loss of space on the second floor.
Okay, sure.
Give it a try.
Okay. Motion
Okay.
to hold for revisions.
Okay, very good. Thank you,
Okay.
Abby. On that motion, Carrie,
Aye.
Diane,
Hi.
thank you, Abby, on your motion.
Aye.
And I'm in favor. Okay, Ethan, let's stay on the garage thing for a little while. Do you have anything over at Maury Lane, for
Yeah,
example?
the homeowner Maury Lane liked this one, so he wanted one also, but it's not it's only 22 feet high or whatever.
Oh, we love
It's on the
that.
ground.
That's the
We love
same
that.
massing.
We love that.
And it also matches his existing house, which has all those hip roofs, if you look at the
Are
photographs.
they renovating that house eventually?
Yeah, he's gonna pick it up and rotate it, so, because right now the front door faces
Yeah.
the backyard.
Yeah.
He wants to pick it up, rotate it, put it back down, and that's why he's waiting, that's why it looks like it does. Because he's waiting to rotate, then he's gonna fix all the trim
That
and
is
paint
so
it.
cool. Have you seen this house yet?
Yeah, and it's cool.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you look at the photographs, at the bottom I have the house, I believe the last. Maybe, no, that right there, look, that's the house.
Yes.
So this garage is also the reason why the design sort of follows the house design. And it's gonna go in the backyard.
It's a real deja vu moment here.
Yeah, you
It's
have
the
the
same
whole
thing.
See, he
going on.
liked it, he likes the design,
I
and
think you
that's,
still need to drop that plate a little bit.
well, if you look at the street view, if you go to the first photograph, that's the view from the public way.
And then,
Oh,
oh,
gosh.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
all right.
makes a difference.
Limited visibility we got.
I thought the garage, the Maury Lane and Eastern Street both look alike. Quick
Very
look.
much
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Well, you do have, on the house, you do have some window headers that have quite a bit of wall above them. Not quite as much as what the garage is doing, but it's there.
This one's a little smaller in square footage too.
I would still like to see that, that. hip
Mr.
come down.
Chairman, I do have comments from
HAB?
Sconce.
Sconset.
Sconset, yeah.
Uh, They had some concerns. The
Yeah.
proposed 23 feet, garage is relatively too tall in comparison to the 19-foot 6 inches existing house. The hip roof design borrowed from the main house is appropriate, but is overwhelmed with gables and dormers and should be simplified. The proposed main roof eave is too high, approximately 3 feet higher above grade than the main house roof eave, created an awkward space between first floor windows and soffit. Their recommendations were the proposed garage should be clearly subordinate to the main house. This could be accomplished by significantly reducing overall height. The master should reflect low profile design of main house, move second floor bedroom to first floor. That's it.
Very good. Thank you. All right, let's continue our discussion.
That's basically what
Yeah,
we were
I
saying.
mean, more or
Yes.
less.
Mhm.
So what do we want to, Diane, comments?
I, I was trying to read how tall this was. If the main
23.
house, 23, and the main house is only 19,
Yeah.
then we got a problem because this has got to go down below the main house. So you got to take 3 feet out of it. And I can't answer that except to see how tall the first floor is. It's a garage. It doesn't need to be maybe 9 feet. It could be 8 feet, but it might take a foot out of there. And what happens if you, I don't know how else to take any down except somehow reducing the whole thing. You've got to another foot and a half. You've got 3 feet, I think, to take down, don't you?
Yeah, to make it at least 20.
Well, this is 23.6, so I would be
It's
happy
got-
if you could take 2 feet. I don't think I need to have a whole 2.5.
So you want 21 feet high? What?
I was gonna
21
go
feet?
for 20.
That, well, the garage door is at 8 feet high. I think if the garage door opener, it's
Well, the point is that
Yeah.
the main house is only 19 something and,
until I pick it up and turn around, put a foundation under it.
oh, you didn't say that.
Well, I haven't
when you-
decided yet.
When you look at the photos, you can see.
He
it's
just
plus-
decided that.
This won't, this is in the backyard and you can't see it from the street, so.
Right.
Well, still, we don't want to overwhelm the really cool main house, so.
Okay. Carrie, you were about to say something. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say the existing house is on a little bit of a raised foundation. It looks like there's a little hatch, wood hatch, at least for part of it. But I would be happy if you could take it down to 21.6, if you
Sure.
could get 2 feet out of that extra space above the garage doors, like we were talking about the other building.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the same thing. You know, the issue is not the first floor, the height of the first floor ceiling. It's the second floor.
Yeah.
And that's evident but from the dashed lines that show us where the second floor is. So I think that the same sort of strategy would apply as the one we just reviewed. Should we move for some revisions on this?
Yeah, I so moved.
Okay, thanks, Diane. On Diane's motion, Abby, Carrie,
Aye.
Diane on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Thank you. Now, if Julie Jordan is here, if somebody is here to rep this project, I need to recuse because it's one of ours. But I got a feeling Julie's not going to be here. So let's.
I am here. I'm here.
Oh, you are? Okay, Julie. Okay, thanks. So Abby is going to chair this one. And your
Sounds
board
good.
is- you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, so your board is going to be Carrie, Abby, and Diane, and I'm going to step away from the table, all right?
That sounds good. Is it okay if I share my screen since I'm on Zoom?
Usually
Yeah.
we find that very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, Julie, we're ready for you.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Is everyone able to see it?
Yep.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you. I applaud everybody's efforts for increasing efficiency. I think it's been pretty great. I'm about to present my landscape plan for 4 Lincoln Circle, which is a contributing structure. I wanted to just review some of the key elements of it and then respond to HSAB's comments and then open the floor for everybody. This garden as designed is intended to keep the hedged about look of Lincoln Circle while giving the client a modicum of privacy and integrating the grade change that has had to happen due to the structure's increased size. For hardscape, we have, let me just get my pencil. I don't know if I can use it. Can I use the pencil? Anyway, can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, great. For hardscape, I have a fieldstone wall, which I think would have limited visibility because it's behind the house from all views. And I have used some granite curbing on end, mostly behind plantings, behind privet hedge in this location and this location, which gives me a little bit more of an opportunity to create some livable space in these lawn areas while not really changing the look of the project from the street. We've chosen to use natural flagging, natural New England fieldstone for the walkways in order to stay minimal. The driveway will be gravel with an antique Belgian block apron. And the only grade changes are 2 6-inch steps into the side yard and into the main dwelling rear yard, mostly garden space. The one thing that I noticed HSAB really commenting on was my arbors. So I'm gonna bring up the as designed. We got a little creative in the office and we did some lattice, and I feel like HSAB wasn't super into that, but I'm just gonna, and we're open as designers to making this historically correct. So I just want to make sure this is the arbor that was always with the house. And it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but it is at a peculiar angle because the house is not parallel with Lincoln. I'm open to what everyone thinks is most historical, but this is the corner of Capom and Lincoln, which is just one block over. And you can see that arbor is kind of wonky to the street, and the privet does its job in making that look less unusual. And here's another one that I did where this ended up being not parallel with the road, but we used the privet in mass around the sides of the arbor to make sure that it didn't look awkward from the street. And then here's a new gate design if you would want to consider it, that is a little bit more in keeping with the type 2 picket and the previously existing diagonal lattice. Not that you're voting on that right now, but I did want to be prepared. So I think those are the only features on my landscape plan, and I'll go back to the plan and keep it on the screen.
Okay.
And
I think we have some, do we have some page that? The what? Is Mickey there?
Yes, Abby, I can make some HSAC comments.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you, Mickey.
So our comments are the gates should have vertical boards and the arbor should have square lattice rather than diagonal. And the proposed arbor at the front of the house has been rotated to align with the front walkway, creating an awkward alignment with the street and the hedge. Currently, instead of an arbor, the opening is framed by a sculpted hedge, creating a natural entrance. This concept is more keeping with the neighborhood than an arbor. There are no other arbors in the area along the street edge. And, you know, Julie, you may have examples. And is that arbor there, what was there previously?
that's the current arbor that's been there for as long as I've been on Nantucket. This arbor has been associated with Twin, and I hate to say how many years that's been now, but
is that on Lincoln or is that on Lincoln or Highland?
This is the arbor for this house that I'm presenting.
Okay.
This is the house off its foundation behind as the construction was getting started. So this has always been there.
Okay, the street view that I was looking at didn't show the arbor. Maybe I was in the wrong spot, but I accept that. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Mickey.
I mean, I want it to be historically correct. I don't feel like it's worth going to, Matt about. The client is open to making sure that it looks like an old Nantucket house. So I think whatever everyone agrees is what I'll revise through, hopefully through staff to make it look right.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear from the board.
I have a question. The arbor, plural, arbors will be painted to match the trim of the house. What is the trim of the house?
White, I think I have, I don't know if I have a picture of the house currently, but it is white.
Okay. I do think it should stay parallel with the street and not do the talk to the architecture, but more talk to the street.
Totally fine.
Okay, thanks. I agree with HSAB that it should be vertical board gate, but I do think it should be the picket style, not solid.
That's fine. I think that would look very sweet as well.
Photos. I appreciate the use of the antique curbing and Belgian block. I think they're going to be very subtle. And I think everything you've done is subtle. That's going to be presentable to the street, which is great. So I'm okay with this.
Thank you, Carrie. Diane?
Yeah, I think that the arbor should be presented straight onto the street, not at an angle. I go with the up and down and the pickets as Mickey has suggested. I don't think that you'll see, because that's a beautiful hedge. My goodness, goodo. And you won't see how the walkway gets up to the front door, or will you even see the front door? So I think in the other places where you have arbors, they should be the same, painted white and as simple as possible. I think a lot of it would be hard to view because of that hedge must be what, 5 feet high?
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
Yes, that goes all the way around it. So I think the main thing as you go Lincoln Ave is seeing that first arbor, and the that will be good, but and presented straight on properly to the street. That would be my suggestion.
Okay, great. Thank you, Diane.
Okay.
Thanks, Diane. So it sounds like we could pass this, right?
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have anything to add. Would you like to make a motion?
Sure. Motion to approve with the arbors, gates being vertical picket style, like the photos we saw. And what did we decide on the lattice? A square lattice?
Square lattice, picket gate,
Oh,
and
and parallel with the street,
And
not
parallel-
the architecture.
okay, great. That's Carrie's
Nine
motion.
million.
Diane on Carrie's motion?
Aye.
Aye on Carrie's motion? Aye. Carrie
Aye.
on your motion?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thanks, Julie.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys. Have a happy
Julie.
holiday.
Thanks,
too.
Kathy.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
So,
Okay, thank you, guys. Pizza's here, by the way. And with the pizza came a special bonus in the form of Jesse Dutra.
Oh, yay, Jesse.
Hello. Yep. So now we are on to 46 Union. Is Ben or someone else here to rep that?
I'm here, I'm just getting a piece of pizza.
The heck? Huh? Sorry. I gotta-
No, Ben Shampoo. Wondering whether. No Ben. How about Susan Hostetler? No? Okay. How about Matthew?
what number are we up to now?
We are now at number 10, West Holdings LLC with Matt, and he's here. So the other two are just going to be held for representation. Okay? All right. Let's see. 9 more. Oh, I just love this computer thing.
What's the address again?
9 Miller Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is an application for a new dwelling. It's 9 Miller Lane. I don't know if anyone or everyone is familiar with where it is. But it's application for a new dwelling. It's got 2/2 windows, white trim. Trying to keep the language fairly simple, not overly ornate. The house does telegraph towards the back of the property. We do have a covered porch attached to the living room, but I think the visibility of that will be fairly minimal. But again, trim details are fairly austere, if you will, and tried to not have it be overly busy, if you will. So with that, I look forward to comments from the board, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Nine Miller Lane is across the street from Old South Road from Naw Shop, correct?
I think it's on the other side. If you look at the GIS,
It's parallel to it and Daffodil backs up to it.
Yeah.
It's in a weird spot.
it is a weird little, it's
hard.
kind of tucked back there.
It is.
It's not highly traveled for sure.
It used to be a dead end.
Yes.
I think it still is a dead end. Yes,
Yeah.
it is a dead end.
And that's out by the hotel and all that jazz.
Okay.
I can go.
Great,
I
thanks.
looked at it before. I think everything looks fine to me, except the length of that rear roof, because it's not just the open porch, it's the entire roof. I think it's got to be 50 feet long. And I wonder if you could get away with the porch being one bay shorter than it is. only thing that I can.
Oh, the
Is
extension on the, oh, I got you. And that would remedy the length of the back ridge,
For me, at least, yeah.
just cutting it a little shorter.
Mhm.
Yeah, gotcha.
Through you, Mr. Chair, the other thing I was thinking too is we could also break that ridge by either shrinking the porch so there's a break in that ridge line and it steps in just a bit.
True. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Was that it, Carrie?
Yes.
Okay. Jesse, anything?
Could you show, I don't have my trusty iPad with me, the locust map. I was just wondering.
It's in such a.
Yeah, I'm still having difficulty trying to figure out where it is.
It's almost parallel to the airport road.
The hotel, the big
So if
hotel
you
is
were
here.
to-
Oh, I know where it
Right
is. Okay, yeah.
If you were going to the airport
And
on the
how do-
right
so you
hand,
get it to-
it's sort of
You
to the
get to
right
it by
hand side.
Miller Lane here, so
yeah.
it really dead ends at this house.
Yes.
So, I mean, sure, that will help the telegraphing if we drop it a little bit, but I'm curious how much you're gonna see, being that's in the back of the house at the end of a dead end road. And unless someone.
No,
tell me
it's
other-
also that. Everything in, and that comes, that's everything from-
So those are my comments.
Okay. Yeah, it does back onto another couple of private lots that are on.
You know where Little Isle Lane is, off Daffodil. It's just
Yeah.
a 2-house street, and Miller, it runs into Miller. Miller has been on the thing for ages. The town used to own where it runs into Old South Road. Bruce Holgate's
It actually,
owns a barn out there.
yeah,
and
if I
then
could too,
Back.
you know where Housing Nantucket is, their offices are?
Exactly.
That road actually continues through, it's a paper road, it's a dead end where Housing Nantucket is, but this is the other side of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Anything else, Jesse?
Nope, that's it.
Doesn't sound like you got a lot of concern.
No,
Given
I mean,
visibility.
Given visibility, right?
Okay. Abby?
I would just say to drop the roof line where the porch is just a little bit, just to give it stop that sort of 50-foot length of roof, and I'd be fine with it.
Okay. Thank you, Abby. Diane?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think you'll see this. It's not a road you go down to get to anywhere else. So I don't think it'd be terribly visible, and there's a lot of growth. These are used to be there. So I think breaking the roof as suggested is a good idea, and that's fine.
Okay. So Matt, to that, it sounds like if you could break the roof, we'll do it through staff. So how would you do that?
So I would step the width of the covered porch area in by 9 inches, and that'll
Okay.
create the
And
break.
keep the same roof pitch, just have it rebated a little bit. Okay. So that sounds fine to me. Do we want to move this one?
That's my motion.
Okay, so
Max.
Abby beat you to it. So the motion is to inset the back porch by 9 inches on either side so that the ridge will drop down on the back porch. That is a through staff motion. That's Abby's motion. On the motion, Carrie,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Diane,
Aye.
Abby on your motion.
Aye.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, 37 Starbuck. Stephen is still here. Okay, hi, Stephen. All right.
Matt, you're way too tall.
Right.
Okay, so 37 Starbuck, we have a previous approval for the main house, for the house, and we had a previous approval to move the house to the same lot.
Yeah.
The cost of moving the house came in, and the cost was $250,000 to move the house onto the same lot from its current location. At that point in time, the owner said, you know what, this is really not worth it, because when the house was raised, the basement rooms were removed from the house. So now this is a stationary 1-bedroom mass that was built in I'm not sure what the date is. It's in the 70s, I believe. Esmeralda? Is it?
Looks like that.
Yeah,
That would be my guess.
yeah, it's somewhere in there. Yeah, so there it is. So we offered the house to Ann Cuspa. She said no, thank you, because there's nothing there. It's only a 1-bedroom and it's 2x4 constructed walls. So it would cost them all that money to move it to where they wanted to put it and then spend the money to renovate it.
Right.
So we're looking to demolish the house.
Okay. Fair enough. Do we have any Nantucket advisory on this? No? Okay, it's up to the board. What do we think?
I'm okay with it.
All right, thank you. Next.
I'm okay, but I'd like to see something similar. You know, sort of a low.
It's already approved, Abby.
The new house?
Yeah, it's already approved.
Okay,
We're just demolishing the existing.
yep, okay.
Oh, so is this ex post facto?
No. So they were gonna move it to another area on the
another
site
spot.
and it's
And
just
now
not
they're gonna-
worth it.
Yeah, I understand.
So,
Okay.
So you're okay?
Mhm.
Carrie?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, Diane, anything?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's go.
Motion to move, motion to demo.
Okay, it's going to be approved as a move-off demo. I don't know whether at this point you even need to advertise because it's disconnected, so I'm not sure. But for all intents and purposes, a demo. So that was Diane's motion. So on Diane's motion, Abby?
Aye.
Thank you. Carrie?
Aye.
Jesse?
Aye.
Diane on your motion?
Aye.
Thank you, and I'm in favor. Motion carries. Thank you, Stephen. Okay. 1 Broadway. You get some pizza?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Thanks.
We have a surplus tonight.
Oh, good. Star.
So this was a little confusing to me. You're replacing one window, but lots of trim. Because on the photos, all the windows were circled. So you're only replacing one clear glass window that looks not clear. Actually, it's got no, is that right?
Yeah, it's just a Brosco window we're changing. Everything else we're just restoring.
Okay. It's in here somewhere. There's a million photos.
While we're looking at this, do we have any, I think I know the answer to this. Do we have Sconset advisory on this? Oh,
Yes, so they had no concerns.
they had no concerns. There you go.
Where's the
Okay.
one?
Because a
This
lot of
one?
this would fall
Is
under
that
the
the one?
category
No.
of like-kind replacement.
Yeah, I think the big thing is the roof, changing to architectural shingles instead of tree tap.
Oh.
Because
Well,
they
okay.
lose some shingles every year
Window to be replaced here.
with the
it's-
tree
yeah.
tap. So
So
it's
just-
it's for wind. That they want to go to architectural.
Okay, so Pat, is that part of this application?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like the main part.
Okay, let me just make sure. So SAC had no concerns. Got it. All right. So is the replacement, what is the shingle replacement?
It's tree tab asphalt shingles now, but it's got a very low pitch. So a few of them fly off every winter.
Right.
So the architectural will hold up to the wind better.
Okay, so you may be familiar, we have certain architectural grade shingles that are approvable in our old historic districts.
Okay.
Do you
I
know
wasn't
which
aware of
one it
that,
is?
no.
I could actually look it up on your application here.
No, it's not written on the application.
It's not?
Not
Okay, so
the color, no.
Patrick, we need to get clear on, yeah, it says change 3 tab to architectural to stand up to wind, which we fully understand now. We just need to make sure that it's one of the approved,
Okay.
and there's like 3 or 4 approved architectural shingles for the
Colors.
old historic districts.
Okay, we can use one of them.
Okay,
That's color.
that's
also.
color. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
More
Okay.
a black.
More.
So the roof that's on there is black, so we were just.
Oh, it
gonna
is
go with the
black?
Same
Okay.
color, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then it's going to be more a black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motion to approve with architectural shingles being Moray black.
Okay.
Oh, could I just,
Yeah,
just,
sorry.
are those
I thought it was-
TDLs? No, those are true divided lights, I'm assuming.
You're replacing one window.
Yeah, it's a Brosco awning window on the second floor.
You mean it
And
already
it
is?
has
a
no lights in
Brosco.
it at all,
Yeah,
Abby.
and we're gonna change it to
What are all
Boston
these
sash window,
numbers
'cause
then?
it's
Yeah.
hardest.
Okay, so Patrick is saying he's going to change it from Brosco to Boston Sash, which is a little bit of a step up in terms of the spec. And it is a single glazed window. So you're good with that, Abby?
And I just wanted, what's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are just the fascia strips that you're replacing? The 1x6s? Is that what you're,
Yeah, where necessary.
yeah. And, but none of the diamond windows are,
No, we're
one's
just
being
gonna,
restored.
we're just gonna restore them.
Okay.
But the awning window is a insulated glass window.
Interesting. Okay.
But there are no panes in it.
Maybe it's a
It's
piece of
just one,
plex.
one
It's
light.
a single glass.
Yeah. Maybe there's something going on. So I'm okay with Mr. Dutra's.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. I lost track of that. So Jesse did make a motion to approve this, condition being that the roof shingles will be Moray black architectural. So on Jesse's motion, Carrie,
Aye.
Abby,
Aye.
Diane,
Can we say that there to be low architecturals,
they're to be what?
low, they're not so much to see. I just think they said in Sconset that they were trying to stay with the 3-tab. So if we go to architecturals, there's some that come with great pronouncement on the sides and some are almost smooth.
Well, the Moray black architectural is the one that we collectively decided would be okay, appropriate
Okay,
in the old
That's all.
historic.
I just wondered which one it was.
Okay, thank you. Jesse, on your motion, and I'm in favor. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Night, night.
Thanks for the pizza.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
The applicant for new business, November 17th, requested to hold 9 Main Ave. I figure I'd let you know now, because I know there's some people in queue.
9 Main
around the
Avenue.
pool- The pool.
Oh, yeah, where is that on this agenda?
It's.
Oh, Maine as in the state.
Yeah, the
Yes.
state of Maine.
New business 1117. New business 1117, item number 1.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the announcement, folks. The applicant, for those of you that are interested in the review of 9 Main Avenue, the pool, it is not going to be heard this evening. At the applicant's request, it's being delayed till what, the next meeting? Until our next meeting. Sorry for the inconvenience for those of you that have been waiting, and we should really know about that as soon as possible.
Mr. Chairman,
For the
this is
benefit
Steve
of
Murphy.
everyone waiting.
I was waiting for that. When in January is the next meeting?
What, January 3rd?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, now Val Oliver, Lowell Place, we're gonna hold, I would imagine? Yeah, okay, so now we're to Mark Catone. Is he around? Oh, hi, Mark. How's it going?
Good evening.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
bring me some pizza before you go, or what?
So.
I like this teamwork, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Let the record reflect that Carrie has another place to be, so she's off. Does that affect you're moving forward at all?
Well, it's new business, so we don't have a board, correct?
We don't have a board established. I'm only saying that you're going to be,
Oh, I'm
you'll
only
have
gonna have
you have a 4-person board.
No, I haven't signed it.
I mean, I think you'll find this building just to be lovely, so I don't think
Okay,
it's gonna be a
well,
concern.
you know, it's up to you. So I hope so too. So we'll continue with four-person board. All right. I'm getting the hang of this damn thing. I'm totally. Hey, thanks
Hey,
a lot,
Merry
Carrie. You
Christmas if we
too.
don't see you.
Yeah. Thanks so much. All right, let's see. Okay, Doug, you, while we're getting our stuff up on the screen, you want to just kind of give us an overview?
Yeah,
Because
okay,
there
sure.
are 6 applications here.
Yep, so this is 18 Nobodier Avenue,
Uh-huh.
which is on sort of a spur that dead ends into this property. So in terms of visibility, there will be very limited visibility because there are properties all around this location that are all developed. And the only way to get there is through this driveway. So visibility will be minimal. I mean, the main house, I think, is a pretty simple structure. It's not even 26 feet tall and quite attractive, I think. I hope you'll agree.
Okay, thank you, Doug.
Doug, I have a question. We get to ask questions before we start.
Sure.
According to Stephen's new rules. I just wanted to know the material of the connector piece. Is that like a metal roof?
It is, that's a standing seam roof. And that'll be something that will be, again, not visible at all because the front and back of that connector face into adjacent properties and not towards the street at all.
Okay. Any other questions, or should we deliberate? Don't all shout at once.
I have no questions other than, are we reviewing the house or the?
Yeah, I should have made that clear. So on our paper agenda, the new dwelling is first. I know on the screen version it's not, but I think that we should start with the dwelling, then the garage, then the shed, you know, sort of in descending order of importance. So that's where we are, main
MH,
house.
main house. I guess.
Yeah. 26 feet high.
Smack it.
Trim gray, sash black, oops. Anyone, comments on the main
Well,
house?
so maybe why people are stalling is because when you come in the driveway, you have a garage to the left, you have the pool, and then you have the main house. And that is kind of an odd precedence or procedure to get to the main house. That's why it's just giving me pause. I have no concerns about the architecture itself, but I just think it's an odd setup. So I just want to know what the other board members think about that.
It is, but it's the end of the road, right? The last driveway and the last house on the road.
It appears to be. Is that true, Doug?
Sorry, what's the question?
That this is the terminus of Nobodier.
Correct, yeah.
Is the end of the road.
This is a little spur that is maybe 200 feet long, and there's only a couple houses on it. And this is the last one on the street.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, Abby, is that it? You said, I think.
Yeah, so
heard you
I
say
kind
there's-
of wish that the procedure was going to be main house and pool behind, even if it is the end of the road. It just seems like a
Yeah. It's
and
like a-
odd.
is it- Yeah, I know what you mean. Just kind of.
It's not the way we usually set up.
You mean as you're driving down the driveway that you would have the main house, the main house would be
Right,
before you get
there's
to
a
the pool?
precedence that you know, you laid up to, pool is an
mean-
accessory in the back, but
You'd have less driveway, you'd have, more backyard and. Although I don't think you're gonna see it. It is, if I was laying this out, no offense, I would not want it like this, I'd want the pool in the back, but it's not, I can't see it. So I agree with you, but at the same time, I can't see it.
No
Okay.
Belvedere Avenue.
Is it like a septic system or something like that that's in the way?
You know
or-
what? No, it's really more about sun.
Sun,
So we
okay.
want to have the southern sun,
Yeah.
not casting shadows on the backyard where the pool would be. So that's why we put the house towards the north.
Yeah.
there is actually a septic in the back, I believe.
That's
the
a
septic is
bocce
to the north.
court. Or at least it's labeled as such.
It's a bocce court and the septic is below that.
Oh.
Yeah, see
okay.
see the squares.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you can't have the pool there anyway. Anything else, Diane?
No, I think that a view might be better if we went out to Nobodere Ave and saw how it fitted in, because Nobodere Avenue and Pequot and Plum are all sort of a little loose, not quite as drawn, not quite so straight as it's drawn here on the pad. And I'd like to see how it fits in and what you can see and what the driveway, because Nobodere Ave has got to be a public way. And you come down Nobodere Avenue at Pequot, which is a major cut through from Pequot to the boulevard, because this used to be my mail route. And then you go Pequot, you're at the corner of Pequot and Nobodere, you got a straight view right in to that house. So I think it would be a good idea to just take a quick view of it where he wants to put the pool in front and stuff like that. If you put it in the back, there's a little house just before this one that would break the view somewhat.
Okay.
But it's a tricky bunch of casual roads out there.
Okay, Diane, thank you. Let's see, has everyone gone except me? All right. My view of this is, it is at the terminus of the street. It's also, interestingly, it's got like this pork chop access. It's got a narrow access that brings this house basically behind another house. And so I think that, to Jesse's point earlier, there's a house between this house and any public way. And you have to drive down this long drive before you even get to the drive that takes you past the pool and to the house. So I think that the house itself, limited visibility at best, pool, zero visibility, but we'll get to that later. So remind me, Doug, what was that siding material? I know the question was asked.
Well, it was the siding is red cedar. The roof is standing seam.
Oh, you'll be back? Okay, sorry.
Sorry, the roof is standing seam, the connector sidewall is red cedar. If that's what you're
Okay.
asking.
No, that's helpful. Thank you.
And to your point on the site plan, to your point,
Yeah.
the owners did buy the last portion of Nobodere Ave to make that little pork chop shape that you were mentioning. So through the whole yard sale program.
Yep.
So they bought, I think it's about 100 feet of the end of the street. So-
Right. So the public
Right.
way doesn't start until one lot over,
Right.
really. So I'm actually fine with this application, just the way it is. But so,
I actually am too, now that I understand it, because of the way the driveway comes off Nopadir Farm Road. I understand why it's backwards, and I think the most important thing actually is the garage. If anybody's going to see, ramble down that road to turn around, is probably the only thing they're gonna see.
I would agree, yes, if they see that, or if they're not chased off the property before they get down to that end. Okay, so what do we want to do with this, folks?
Well, I'd make a motion to approve on that fact that,
Lack of visibility.
yeah, lack of visibility and just understanding why this is a certain layout because of the how the driveway comes into the site. So that would be my
Okay,
reason.
that sounds good. So we do have a motion on the table. On the motion, Jesse,
Aye.
Diane,
If it's mentioned, it's done because of the driveway entrance, I would go for it.
okay. Thank you. Abby, on your motion?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. Okay, so that's the dwelling. Now we will direct our attention to the garage.
So the garage is pretty straightforward, 2 bays plus a little side space, 1.5 stories, 23 foot 4 inches tall. Very basic, very cute.
If you do say so yourself.
Yeah.
And the east elevation is what you will see. That'll be the one thing that you'll probably see from the driveway entrance.
I'm not kidding you. Go back.
There's an arrow in the top corner. You just gotta touch the screen and it'll.
I have the forward one. I don't have the back. This one.
Oh, no, that's-
Sorry, we're the 20th.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doug.
Yeah, why don't you look?
No, I got it.
You do?
Yeah, I do have it now. Well, let's just say I think I have it. Yeah. Garage. Okay. What the hell? All right.
Oh, it's right here.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Scroll, scroll, scroll.
Mhm. Comments from the board, anybody?
Not much. It's a cute little garage. I mean, I'd like to see a little fenestration on the south elevation, but again, you're not gonna see it.
South or west, or both?
Maybe west too, but again, you're not gonna see it, so I don't wanna really put up a stink about that.
Okay. All right, thank you. Abby?
I don't know. I just pointed out that this is the most important view because.
Well,
this
but
is-
the view that you're actually getting as you look down the driveway is
Yeah.
the east, which of the four elevations, I would say is the most harmonious.
Yeah, is it though?
You know, like,
Well, you got a pent roof over one and all the massings on the right. I think that, the two sets of garage doors is a little bit over the top. I wish one was a man door, for instance, and a little bit more, less garagey. I mean, it's really like it's butt end when you look down the driveway. So it's not the most appealing, hello. So let's see what other people say.
okay. Diane, ready?
Yep, on the north elevation, and I don't know what you could do, like the north elevation. Now it's back again. I don't know, that dormer up there is very overpowering for the rest of the house, which is very light windows. I'd either put in more windows, or I don't know, on the other side, on the south side, you've got that porch which comes out with the overhang there. It's fairly wide. But it's better because it's broken up and you don't have such a line. I don't know. Doghouse dormers would not fit because it doesn't go with the house. I don't know how you can reduce that north dormer. I just find it overpowering. And what I think of the lack of windows on the first floor of the garage, where you can't see it from all around. You can see it because it's what you can see, and it. I think there isn't. How many windows have they got on the first floor? One, two windows in four sides and two doors. In a busy place, I would like to see, if nothing else, was to make it more attractive, some windows added, Mark. That's what I would.
It's actually Doug, but
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
okay.
thought.
I'm not offended.
Oh, is that it, Diane?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you about to say something, Abby? Or?
No.
No. Okay. I'm for the reasons that Jesse mentioned about the visibility. I would have been more concerned about the lack of windows on the first floor of the west and the south than I am. But I mean, if the other board members feel otherwise, I don't think it would be all that difficult for Doug to add some windows if that was a requirement to get this across the finish line. So what do we think? Somebody make a motion for me.
I would say motion to approve due to lack of visibility on this west and south elevations.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. So Jesse has made a motion to basically approve this as submitted. The justification for lack of windows on the west and the south, was it? Would be a lack of visibility. On that motion, Abby.
And the doors are, the doors are natural weather?
Correct.
The car
Or the
doors?
garage doors,
Okay,
yeah,
garage doors,
yeah.
okay. All right, I'll go along with that, sure.
Okay, all right, thank you. Diane?
No.
Okay, and Jesse on your motion?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. So the motion does carry 3 in favor, 1 opposed.
Thank you.
That was the garage. Now we move to the shed. Oh, gosh. Okay. Everybody got the shed?
Yep.
Talk about cute.
It's adorable.
I want to live there.
Where's the cute?
Anything, anybody?
Shed right in the-
I make a
that
motion
is-
to approve.
That is
Okay, Diane has
divine.
made a motion to approve the shed. Thank you, Diane. On the motion, Abby.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was yes. Jesse.
Yes.
All right,
aye.
Diane, on your motion.
Aye.
Now in favor. Thank you. How about a pool? How about a pool?
Pool shelter. Pool.
I think we're familiar enough with this now that
Yeah,
you probably don't need to do a lot of narrative here.
I'm assuming that vegetation is to screen the pool.
Correct.
Yeah.
Pool equipment is under one of the buildings.
It is to the north of the shelter, which is,
That little dotted outline there?
yeah.
Okay.
Anything? Anybody?
Did you see?
Can I just ask a question? Well,
Sure you
I
can.
see it. What, did we say what, or did they say what they were doing? That making the driveway out of?
No, they didn't.
It's
There's-
probably on the application of shells.
There is no landscape with this.
No.
Yeah, it's not like a full-blown landscape submission, but on the application, there was a spot for driveway material. And I assume we put shells. I don't know if you can confirm that for me.
Yeah, we should probably make that a part of this because that's a big part of this
Oh,
application.
gravel.
And also on the pool,
Gravel.
what's between the pool and the cottage? Or the
Oh,
garage? What-
that's grass. I'm certain. Between the pool itself and the garage appears to be a
big
lawn.
area.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
which is
that's
nice.
gravel. Yep.
That is a lawn, Diane.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure, because that's nice to have that.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I could go the pool, I don't think you're going to see it. And it's not huge. And it fits in with the house, so I think it's good.
Okay, I think we're, unless you have
But
any
we do-
objections, Jesse.
Don't we want
I'm
to know?
good.
Don't you want to know what that vegetation is obscuring the pool? Anybody? I mean, it might be,
We,
you
we,
know,
we can mandate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you want it to be evergreen. Is that
yeah, some
accurate?
sort, I mean, or is it,
We can put that as a condition, that's fine.
yeah.
It's
think
part
so,
of our we should put down what's part of our regular approval of pools, that vegetation will last.
Yeah. Diane, I think that's a good idea. So if someone were to make a motion, it would be that the vegetation will be such that the pool be screened in perpetuity from any publicly traveled way.
And at submission and at approval, don't we usually start with it, not that's going to go up in 4 years? I think.
Oh,
should
well,
do-
that would be the part at time of inspection.
Yes.
Because
at
they
time-
put in little whips, they're not going to be there unless the inspection takes place 4 years from now.
Right, so that would be my motion.
Okay, so Diane has made a motion to approve the pool, subject to our usual proviso that the pool is not visible at the time of inspection from any publicly traveled way and thereafter in perpetuity. Let's see, so thank you for that, Diane. On that motion, Abby.
Well, so does that include the driveway material?
No, because I don't think that
already-
has
already
anything
in
to
the
do with the
application.
pool.
In the same-
Somewhere we heard that it was in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
it was noted
Please
down
don't.
as gravel.
Like pea stone?
If you're picky about it.
Gravel.
Gravel. I'm gonna say pea stone.
Or 3/8 gravel. or-
Yeah, I mean,
That's what normally you put in anyways.
yeah.
3/8
That's
gravel.
true.
Pea stone tends to move around a lot. But, okay, so then let's back up on the motion. So we'll also say that The gravel is going to be 3/8 inch gravel.
Okay.
Can that be
Okay.
part of the motion?
Sure.
All right, so that's part of the revised motion. On that revised motion, Abby.
Aye.
Thank you, Jesse.
Aye.
Very good, Diane, on your motion.
Aye.
And I'm in favor too. Okay, so let's keep it rolling. Magic. How about, let's do the pool house. And then we'll get to the pergola.
He's right, it's just cute.
Mm-hmm.
How do you even get in? I don't see a door.
It's a three-sided building.
Oh, yeah,
So there's only
it's like a
there's only
bus,
three walls.
it's like a bus shelter.
Yeah.
Got it. So it's shingled on the inside wall?
It's all red cedar all the way around.
Oh, okay, got it. So plank.
Yep.
Questions, comments?
No problem for me.
All right. Anybody?
No problem for me either.
Motion to
Okay.
approve as submitted.
Sounds good. On Jesse's motion to approve as submitted, Abby,
Aye.
Diane,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Motion carries. Okay, I guess we got one more thing, and that is your pergola.
So this structure has similar language, but with an open pergola for part of it, for the dining area.
I'm okay with it due to the vegetation that's going down that left side of the driveway.
I have no concerns. I like it. Smart. Does
Okay.
that count as ground cover?
No, it does
Yeah,
not.
Smart.
Did we get the pool one?
Here's the pool.
This one, no.
This is, that's the pool.
This is the pool, so I
Yeah.
got to put the language on there.
Oh, you want me to do?
Okay, so as not to hold this up, is everybody okay with the pergola?
Yes, I make a motion to approve as submitted.
All right, very good. So the motion, Diane's motion is to approve as submitted. On that motion, Abby,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Diane on your motion,
Aye.
and I am in favor. Okay, so you're free to go.
Thank you very much. Well, I have one more.
Oh, actually, I don't think you do, friend, because.
I don't?
No.
Yeah, you're
Oh, 'cause
talking
you don't
about
have
the
a
old
quorum.
business application?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm here and Diane's here, but everybody else on your board is gone.
Okay,
So you only
so
have two
January
people.
3rd, is that what we do?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
See you
so thanks for that.
very
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Thanks.
holidays.
Yeah.
You too, Doug. Appreciate it. Okay, here, now this is gonna, we're gonna start making some fast work here because 92 Washington, the only two people there for that are Coombs and Camp, so that doesn't have a quorum, so we skipped that.
Linda's not
We
here.
skip Patrick Ahern's project because it's just me and Diane. That's it. Okay, and now, is James on board, by the way? James, are you around?
No,
Okay.
We had 4 or
So
5.
we need an applicant. Okay, so
Oh,
he did have 3 people, but he's
4
not
people,
there.
yeah.
3.
Dutra,
Ray.
Coombs, Camp, and you.
Oh, no, you're right. 4. So we're sure that James is not on the list, in the queue, right? Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, how about,
Actually, it was, oh yeah, go ahead.
go,
So we have 6, I mean, number 4 is next on the old business.
number 4, yes, that's the one we're talking about, and the rep for that is James.
So I just have studio, they just jumped up.
Oh, okay, so then we can review that. So where we are is at 7A Sherburne. James, if you can hear us, unmute, please.
Going once.
I think Mickey's going to talk about this one.
Well, if we get James.
Oh, sorry, guys. I heard you say quick and quicker than I thought. Sorry, I was just logging in.
Okay, so here we are. And now we're reviewing your house at 7A.
7 Sherburne. Can I ask a procedural question before we start?
Yes,
Just
you
because
may,
I have a
sir.
short
Yes.
board.
What?
I have a short board based upon who's
You
available
have
this
a
evening.
short board by one.
Correct.
Stephen's not here, but your board other than that was myself, Abby, Diane, and Jesse.
Gotcha. I just
So,
wanted to
you know,
oh, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, it's at your discretion whether you want to continue with 4 people or not.
That's why I wanted to ask, just because I don't know if I've ever seen a push vote before. So if I were to see a 2-2 vote in the end, what happens?
If you were to see a 2-2 vote,
yep.
Okay, if it's 2 in favor of and 2 opposed, it kind of depends on who makes the motion.
Gotcha.
If somebody makes the motion in favor of, and it's 2-2, wait a minute, am I getting that right?
Oh,
No, I'm not
And
getting
I'm
that
hoping
right.
it's not the case either way.
2
I'm
in
just
favor, 2
asking.
opposed dies.
Gotcha.
If you get like 2 in favor, an abstention, and
And
a
it's
negative, that
2 to 1.
passes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually think what we've done is very good. I'm reticent to go with a short board, especially because we don't have any alternates or never had any alternates
Well,
to start
okay,
with.
so your fallback on this one, James, is if things aren't going particularly well for you.
Can I hold it?
Well,
or revision?
Not exactly. You can have Stephen read back in because he's only missed one meeting.
Post
You
revisions,
can have
though,
him
correct?
read back in, so you'd be back to a 5-person board.
I'd be back to a 5-person.
That's your fallback.
Correct. I'd be back to a 5-person board. However, I'd go to the back of the line, correct?
Yeah.
no, it's only your first time of doing it.
No.
No. I just meant in the schedule.
Yeah, that's the truth. Like if we move, if the 4-person board's motion at the end of the discussion is to hold for revisions, you're back to the back of the end.
And that happens either way, I understand. And I could read Stephen back in. But if I go to
actually,
a vote,
this is interesting because the rules have been changing fairly rapidly recently. But I think that if you don't have your full board, you are allowed to postpone it until you do get your full board without consequence.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
In other
Thank you,
words, if you were to hold this now, if you wanted Stephen on and you were to hold it, when he comes back, assuming you've still got your 5-person board, we would review you. You would not be at the back of the line.
Understood. I mean, you're looking at it right now. It's great. We can just go ahead 4-0 and walk away. No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I haven't looked at it yet, so I couldn't. I'm not going to predict.
So I think for the sake of just to have everybody on board, I think I'll just hold it because it's only going to be the 3rd, correct?
I think James. I think that's actually in your case. That's probably the safe thing to do here.
Okay. So for the sake of we'll hold this until the next meeting and go from there.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining it. I haven't seen a potential 4-person board in quite a while, so I appreciate the lesson.
4-person boards can become difficult. I mean, not because we're all difficult people. We're all very reasonable.
No, of course.
People. But
no, I'm just saying it's
just when you get
tiny.
that split vote thing, it's
understood.
A problem.
So I appreciate it. We'll hold it till the next meeting, and we'll see you guys
good.
after. Well, maybe I'll see you later tonight. We'll see.
All right. So we're going to take no action on that. How about Mark Poor? Do we have Mark Poor because he has 3 people? Hello, Mr. Poor. You might want to unmute.
There we are.
There we are. Okay, so Mark, I'm sure that this hasn't escaped your attention, but you have, let me make sure I got this right. You've got a 3-person board. You have Diane, Abby. Oh, wait a second. Got that wrong. Damn it. Shoot. No, Mark, I'm sorry. Val's not here either. So you only have
Welch, Coombs, Camp, Oliver, and Patton.
Yeah, no, you don't, and even your alternate member is not here. So you only have 2 people, friend, and I'm really sorry, but you do not have a quorum, so we can't move forward.
I got it.
Really sorry. So you'll be up right after the new year.
I won't be here after the new year.
You won't be?
No. I may have to change my plans, but I was planning to be away for a month.
You can be Zoom.
And that has nothing to do with this. I understand where we are. You can't help it. I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you had 3 people, but I forgot that Val was not with us tonight either.
All right.
Hey, so sorry. Well,
hey, happy holidays to all of you.
Thanks. You too.
Happy holidays, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, signing off.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, how about Chip Webster? It's myself, Abby, Diane, and Jesse. Any Chip Webster?
Good evening. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh,
Hey,
we
We got one.
Okay.
It's a live one.
We were
It's a
getting really
live one.
lonely here.
All right. So, it sounds like there's 4 that I
Yeah.
have.
4, yeah.
And who's missing?
Val.
Stephen and Val. But one of your associate members, alternate members is in, and that's Jesse.
Okay. All right. I'm happy to move forward.
All right, let's do it.
And can I share a screen, please?
Yeah, you can, but everybody's on their little personal computer device thing, so we'll all be looking at these. Diane won't be though. Yeah, so go ahead.
I have a little thing.
Oh, you do have this thing?
That black thing.
Aren't
yes.
they great?
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll still do it anyhow.
Go ahead for
Well, there's one reason that I wanted to share was if you can see the screen in your scanned package, I think it's because it was very light, the driveway didn't come through, but it is in the application right here.
I'm still looking for the.
Is that, you see my little cursor moving
Yeah.
around?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I see the driveway.
Okay.
There it is.
So there was a question at the last meeting about the drive, how the access was, and what was the front of the house. So the front of the house is right here, which is the east side. Okay. So with that in mind, the primary concerns of the board at the initial viewing of this was that it was all based on 2-story massing, and that the board wanted to see that broken down. Also, and you can see in some of the other elevations, there was concern about the amount of fenestration. So on that east-facing elevation, what we did was, you can see we went to 1.5-story massing, flanking either side of this middle gable, which brought down this ridge, albeit it's not the highest, it's sort of the primary ridge, by about 2 to 2.5 feet. The highest point is now this gable. As you can see from the previous submission, that other upper ridge went all the way across. By pulling it down, now it's broken by this forward-facing gable. And then that gable we also brought down a little bit further. But so you can see from the changes from the original to this. The other change, and I'm sorry it's not bubbled right here, is this roof on the side porch. It gets a little closer to that second floor window, which was a concern, I believe, of Stevens. You can see in the original, there was a lot of space there. Okay. Moving around to the north elevation. This extension, we also brought down to 1.5 story massing. And we changed the fenestration a little bit to accommodate that 1.5 story. On the south elevation, in addition to bringing down both of those roofs, there was concern about the shape of the chimney, that it was sort of awkward. There was a request to make it a more typical throat in the middle and to add some corbelling at the top, which we did. And there was also a feeling that there was too much, these double windows on the second floor here were too much, and there was a request to bring those to singles, which we did. And then last but not least, on the rear elevation, in addition to the roof lines and breaking much of it down to 1.5 story massing, we removed a lot of this rear facing glass where we had triples. Those are now singles on the second floor, and from triples to doubles on the first floor. And then we go to the floor plans. So with that, I will go back to the front and turn over the board for questions and comments. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chip.
Want me to give it?
Yeah, go, give it a go.
So Chip, I have that this is 28.5 feet high.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that 28.5 is to this peak on this middle gable. So it's I would say it's about 27 and change to this longer ridge here. So correct, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is huge, and I just I appreciate, you know, making it sort of 1.5 stories, sort of, you know, it has that look of 1.5 stories, but it is still a very, very large building for a guest cottage, and I would be curious to see how this sits with the main house on the site, and if there's a hierarchy of structures on the site that makes this, I mean, I just think it's the scale is just way off for me. I've nothing. I mean, I would like to see that right side massing brought down so it really does look like additive massing on the right. But I think for me, it's just too large as a guest, you know, like a second dwelling.
I'll go.
Okay, Abby, thank you, Abby, and Diane, go ahead.
Chip, you've got enough room out there. Why can't, there's an old adage that goes with stuff for the HCC, and it says additive massing. Why do we have to have this? Emulates the main building, which is a problem. The windows in this that are going to take the biggest hit are the west, as they are with the main house. And I'd like, you have enough room, put it around and back and leave the main house as it is and take the wing and put it around in back. Use some of your additive massing, make 2 things that go out and break it down. It's a huge box. And out there, the houses aren't particularly just huge boxes. Even the older ones that have been there since the 80s and stuff have used additive massing. And I think this would be a good thing. I think you don't want to have 3 doors, French doors or English doors or whatever doors you want there. They're going to catch the sun. They're going to do what the other ones did. I would take them down to 2 and put the typical small window on either side and not make up that. I think you have to think of your fenestration in this building. It stands alone, it stands high, it's it's seen from all four sides, and you're in enough land to be able to work the house. And so that's what I would suggest to do. Reduce all the French doors, keep your mulled windows down to where they are the least apt to be seen, and think of some additive massing rather than just producing another box. And if this is a cottage, how tall is the main house?
The main house is right about 30.
Okay, then this is a guest house. It's supposed to be 24. So that there's a difference. It is not the primary house, although it certainly comes in at that height. That is what I would suggest doing to make it fit in, additive massing, reduce the fenestration, and make it 24 feet high. You have to get out somewhere, take out some of the height and put it around in another shape. That's what I would like to see. Thanks.
Okay, Diane, thanks. Jesse, it's to you.
I think that the drawings are a very nice improvement from the original drawings. And honestly, I was surprised to hear this was a second dwelling.
Yeah.
And I may be okay with it, but I'd like to see them side by side. And, and have a comparison, because it's kind of hard for me to accept this one without understanding the mass of the other one. And Diane's comments I like too. If you do have to reduce it in size, I'm okay with the building footprint getting bigger to keep your bedrooms and kitchens and bathrooms the way you want, to make it have more additive massing and less height. But I do appreciate the improvements. They're definitely, it seems like that's what the board asked for, and you did what the board asked for. But I think a comparison of the two would be helpful for me anyways. Thank you.
Okay, Jesse, thanks. Yeah, I'm with the board on this one. This is as guest's house. It's a very large main house, which makes it a very, very, very large guest house. I think Jesse brings up a good point of having the two compared. Yeah, I just think it's too tall and, too voluminous. So those are my comments.
Motion to hold for more revisions.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, Abby. On Abby's motion, Diane.
Aye.
Thank you, Jesse.
Aye.
Abby, on your motion.
Aye.
And I'm in favor. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. And just quick question.
Yeah.
If either Val or Stephen read back in, would they come back on the next round? Or?
Yeah, so you can ask either or both of them to mull back in, because they've only missed one meeting. I would
Right.
probably encourage you to do that. We're a 4-person board, so yeah, still that option is available to you. Okay?
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful holiday.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Merry
Chip.
Christmas, Chip.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so folks, now Linda earlier on in the evening requested that we hold, okay, well, hold on. Matt's project at 26 Easy Street does not have a board, clearly. So that's getting passed over. Linda's project's on the old business, passed over already.
Main is
We're
being
holding Main Avenue, and we are also holding Linda Williams's items 2 through 6, which leads us to 44 Monomoy. Do we have anybody from workshop to rep?
Oops, the apartment here.
Freezing in here.
I've been freezing all day, and yeah, I think they turned the heat down.
They see it.
Anybody up there on the screen from Workshop APD? If so, unmute. Oh. Yeah. Can we hear you?
He's got his hand up, but can't hear him.
That hand up may be me.
Oh, it is you.
Yes, of course, it's
Well,
terrible, horrible me. I have a question, Mr. Chairman. Why, so Abby, the last time 26 Easy, Not So Easy was up, you were sitting on it. And Jesse, 2 times ago, you were sitting on it. And Mr. Chairman, you exited at some point. I don't really understand, but I'm trying to figure out how we ended up where we are. And I'm not suggesting we go forward. It's just a question.
Yeah, okay, so let's see, if Abby was on, did you say Abby was on 2 meetings ago?
No, last time.
Last time.
Jesse was absent the last meeting, but he had been on the one the time before.
Well, okay, so the time before doesn't count because unless he mullened in the meantime, he would be off.
I mean,
That's fine.
If we hold, could I mull him back in?
I'm not sure that you can because you can only miss 1 meeting. And well, this is not considered a meeting, by the way.
Right, so
This,
if,
this
so
is,
if we hold it, then
So he
yeah,
could.
so Billy, the fact of the matter is, even if you got somebody else off of this list, the one I'm looking at, you only have like literally 1 board member, that board member being Diane, who's present right now. You need to have at least 2 more just to have a quorum.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not suggesting that. I was just looking at the list online of on as you had it up on the screen, and it didn't track with my memory about who was. Diane was on it, as was Val and Abby and Stephen, and Jesse was absent, and I think maybe Carrie had sat in for as an alternate or what have you. But anyway, I was just curious as to why everybody disappeared. That's all.
Well, everyone disappeared because they're sick or whatever.
No. I'm talking about the people that were sitting on the meeting. Anyway, enough. And see you this week or whenever we see you.
Okay. Thanks, Billy.
When do we see you?
Have
January.
Merry Christmas.
We'll see you at the beginning of January 3rd. The 3rd.
Thank you.
I
Merry
could read back
Christmas.
in too.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Just make
You
sure.
too, Billy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to get back to the earlier question of, do we have anybody here from Workshop? If not, we're gonna strike those guys. Going once. Don't forget to unmute. Nobody, right?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay.
I see Kevin Toth and
Here,
There's no loading.
let me just ask, what are you folks here for?
Number 37.
what are we doing?
Way down.
37. Hutchinson?
Lily Street, 16 Lily.
Okay, listen, we don't have a heck of a lot of, you guys have been waiting a long time. Who else is, well, we know who Billy is. Who else is in the queue up there? Can somebody scroll over?
Cornwell's not gonna come. We got one for you, 41.
Yeah, and I'm, hey, let's skip down. I think because of the way things are right now, I can't stand to have people waiting hours and hours, waiting for other people to show up. Why don't you guys come on down? And we're going to go to 37, 16 Lily. All right? It's a big leap, but if there's anybody else in between there that's on Zoom, because there's nobody in this room right now, announce yourself and let us know what application that you're actually here to represent, and then we can hear you. Okay. So 16 Lily, it looks like maybe you want to have a new roof, windows and doors. Would that be correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I can't find 16 Lily.
It's way the hell down.
No, but I mean, on the, open, so I can open it up.
Let me, I can be your IT person now. Watch this.
Yeah. See, where we skip names.
Oh, wait a second.
You know what might not
I
be on
just
the
had
view
this
packet.
thought.
Doesn't sound very funny.
We're so far ahead, it's not on the view packet.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we have it.
But our cutoff thing, we haven't hit it yet. I mean, I agree that
We don't have the plans.
Do they have the plans? You guys?
Wait a minute. Did you look on your new iPad thing?
Yeah, do you have it, Diane? Because I
I
can't
know,
find it.
I'm going into it right now.
No, it's not on there.
Yeah, 16 Lily.
Wait a minute.
And I'm 27 Lily. But I don't think.
yeah, you don't have to worry about it. That's far enough away.
We're neighbors.
Wisconsin?
Oh. That's a very good point.
'Cause I don't think it goes to 27.
No, it's definitely not 27,000.
It wouldn't be in an email, right? They wouldn't send a view packet.
Are you representing yourself or with
Yeah,
Val?
it's just a like kind. We're basically just trying to replace what's there.
Sounds like
Pretty easy.
we don't have a file. Well, this is too bad because we can't look at anything.
Yeah, so it's also funny because it's before, like, it's not on the list of additional future items. It's on the list of things that we were theoretically going to be able to replace.
Yeah, that's why we sat here all night.
They told
I'm
Yeah,
so
no,
sorry.
Because we were before the cutoff.
You were before the cutoff, and here we are.
Can we treat them to kitty Murtaug's or something? What have we done?
Cold pizza? No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of how we could get a document.
What's the scope of work is just the asphalt roof?
We're gonna replace everything exactly the same. The asphalt roof, the windows are being replaced with like kind. We had the window schedules in the
They're
paperwork.
Marvin windows. We had Marine measure them and replace them with the same exact thing that's there. So just basically making everything look new.
You don't happen to have a copy of what you're doing, do you?
No.
Mm,
We have pictures of the house on our phone, if that helps.
We need something to sign, you know, like we need like your
An
application
application.
to
We
sign.
could put it on number 1 on the January 3rd.
That's true.
I don't know if that, can we do that, Ray?
I just feel terrible that, you know, been in the meeting for 2.5 hours.
This happens right before the holiday. Every holiday,
Yeah.
just people scatter. There's no board members and there's no applicants, and then it's just.
You probably want to know so you can start buying your
I
materials.
want to order
Well,
the
see, our
windows.
windows are 20 weeks
Yeah.
out from whenever we
Yeah.
order them. So the longer we wait, the further we're pushing, you know, into summer, you know.
But you don't have an application to sign.
Yeah, I think Jesse's best bet is January 3rd, number 1. 'Cause it's 10.
We're not
Well, she said she'd be
changing
back.
anything
Maybe
at
she can
all.
go
We're just
over and
trying
grab
to-
the
Well,
application.
where it gets down to, so like the roof, for example.
Mhm.
Do you know the difference between a 3-tab shingle and an architectural shingle?
We were learning tonight. I believe we were going for the like kind shingles. We were going to replace them with exactly the same ones, and we had pictures of those.
Literally.
And they had, I believe they had the shingles on the
It
estimate.
was on the application. Shingles.
Not in here anywhere.
Is Esmeralda coming back or?
Yeah, but she's at the school committee meeting.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She's-
boy.
So we couldn't get the files because isn't the building locked up?
I know where they are.
Ah, well, we could, you know where they are? You could, because we could all share,
She doesn't know where they are.
oh, you don't know where
I'm
they
trying to find out.
Oh.
Do you want us to wait a little bit?
Wait a little bit longer.
don't mind.
And,
That's
you
fine.
know, I
mean,
really
I'd love to get it
apologize.
finished tonight and not come back again, but I
Yeah,
understand.
I know.
we're gonna try our best to get it.
Why don't we all
Together.
look it up on our phone, our GPS, because we can see the,
Okay,
But
so
we still need an
hold tight for a
application to
second.
sign.
But no, this isn't, it's an interesting sort of juncture because I don't think we have any more applicants. I could always call Lisa if we're bored and she could represent. What the hell has she got? Something going on at 41 Hulbert Avenue. Here, let me see if she's gonna do anything. She's gonna
I texted
freak
Matt.
out.
He's up too.
Hey, Ray, can I jump back in?
Oh,
we got one.
Oh, yeah,
We got-
now,
we got one.
okay, you have something else up, don't you?
Yeah, no, you guys skipped, like, I just pulled back and then I hopped back on. Yeah, no, we have a potential demo
Where are you,
move.
James?
Number
Right after the workshop.
13.
Demo structure, Woodbury Lane.
You got it.
Okay, sorry, kids, so keep the ball rolling.
I'm just trying to
Diane?
fill in.
Yeah, well, actually, I appreciate this. So,
I'm here.
Diane, we're gonna jump back on the agenda to item number 13, 9 Woodbury Lane, demo structure, okay? You
Hey.
there, Diane?
Yeah, I'm here. Don't you hear me?
I do now,
I'm
yeah.
here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not, I'm on the wrong iPad. Here I go.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
9 Woodbury. Yeah.
Demo structure, it says.
9 Woodbury. Do you hear me now?
Oh. Is that on the view?
I hear you.
There I am. I must be here.
Oh, it is a demo garage. Yes, it is.
So
you have it?
I have it.
It is, yeah, it's on there.
It's here.
yes, I believe it was on the view pack. I can try to share if that's helpful.
Yeah, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
would
I
be
can
very
I can
helpful.
try. Hopefully, I don't freeze.
So it looks like you got a number of things here, but the only one that actually made the list was the demo of the garage.
That's correct. I mean, this is eventually a new dwelling with a shed. It's a smallish lot. I'm sure you're well familiar with the lot. This was
The fire,
the lot.
right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So the house was damaged by fire. The garage was still in a condition that was reasonable. That being said, it's not in great condition. The property was purchased. We're proposing a new dwelling that's forthcoming, hopefully to be seen in the next couple of weeks. So we're proposing taking this existing garage, which doesn't really incorporate what we have planned, and removing it from the lot. Subsequently, it's very hard to move anything off Woodbury to begin with due to existing trees. By the time this structure is chopped up, it's probably no longer essential or can really be moved.
And it's actually like all of the buildings in Woodbury Lane, it's not that old.
It's correct. So it's not contributing. I don't know if any comments were made particularly on this, but it dates back to no later than the mid to late 80s.
Yeah, and it just, by the way, it's not in the OHD. So
Correct. So the other thing to note too, it's essentially a single car garage with storage space on the first floor. So there's no first floor construction, so lifting it up and removing it is kind of
So
inconsequential. but
James,
yes.
not that I'm not looking for you to stall for a little while,
Yeah.
because we are, but I think this might be kind of straightforward, okay? The building from the photographs has clearly been damaged somewhat by the explosion that took place there not long ago. And it's not old, it's not contributing. So let me see what our board members have to say.
Sounds good.
Comments?
I
I see it. I have a picture of it.
Don't care.
He says, I don't care. All right.
No. I'm going slow here.
Yeah.
Concerns.
Okay, so Jesse has no concerns. How about you, Diane?
No, if you can, it would be good if you could find somebody, but otherwise I don't have any
With the
concern.
HCC, you're up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Diane. I'm not sure if
Okay.
everyone else can.
Don't say shit, you're on, oh, I
Perfect.
said shit. Did I just say
You
shit?
just said it
Oh,
again.
geez. Oh,
Uh.
okay, but you should hurry on down. Thanks, bye. Okay, so it doesn't sound like there's any concerns on your garage, James. So can somebody move this one?
Make a
Motion
move
to-
to accept.
That was a motion,
Yes,
Diane? Okay,
yes, a motion.
very good, thank you. On Diane's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Diane on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Motion carries.
Appreciate it,
Okay.
guys. Have a good evening. Happy holidays and
Happy
I'll see you
holidays.
guys soon.
Sorry we can't review more for you, friend.
I can bring other stuff to the table. Just let me know.
Yeah, wow.
I'm here.
Right now, the issue is getting the paperwork.
Understood.
Anybody
All right.
else? Lisa said she's on her way, but, so
Who is EMDA?
where are you?
EMDA?
Ethan McMahon.
Ethan.
So
Okay.
I can reach
Great.
out to Ethan.
Okay, correct.
Okay, cool.
That's just great.
I'll reach out to
Thanks so
Ethan.
much. File's on its way. And should Lisa show
What's she going to do?
what's,
Oh,
hey,
bravo.
thank you, thank
Good
you.
work.
Okay, so everybody, oh, Diane, somehow we're gonna have to be able to loop you in on what's happening here. Diane, by the way, she's on Zoom. Ordinarily, we'd have like the computer thing, she'd be able to see it, but she can't.
I can show her on my phone what we're
Oh,
doing.
that's a great idea.
What's the address?
Right, we got an application.
Oh, you got, okay, we each have copies. Cool.
Oh, wow.
That's just terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like-
Diane, I'm gonna show you with my phone what we're.
Okay, what's the address?
16 Lily, Sconset.
Oh, 16 Lily. Okay.
Definitely need to replace him.
Well, I can look at on your phone.
So,
Stupid machine.
So the house was built in 84, I believe.
81.
81. It hasn't had any work done to it. Bay and since then. You can see the windows are starting to fall out. And
It looks to me like you have Anderson windows in there.
they are wood windows, single pane.
There's an
Really?
Anderson on the other side of the house.
It's funny because
In
they
the
got the
kitchen.
little flange on them where the casing is, like they're clad windows.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what the brand is or the old brand.
They're not clad though, they're definitely wood.
So,
Because yeah, they definitely would because they're all falling out.
They're all rotten.
all right, well, we'll certainly believe you on that. Yeah, they look like in really seriously bad shape. You know, the only thing that I noticed on the application, you're switching out your door too, right?
Yeah, both doors.
Both doors, and you have it down as a, on the application, you have it down as a fiberglass door. Simulated divided light Anderson.
I believe the old door that's there is steel and it's rusting out.
Okay.
And we're open to wood or whatever you think we need.
Okay. And then how about, do you know what type of windows you're gonna use?
Marvin?
Marvin.
Oh, that's right, you
Window
mentioned
schedules.
that already.
Yeah, I
Marvin's.
think Marine Home Center had the window schedules
Mhm.
somewhere.
Yeah,
And-
they're right here.
The light configuration and everything, lights meaning the panes,
Same.
that'll all match.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's all.
Oh, I see, you got your invoice here from Marine Home Center.
We would love to put the Anderson clad, but I believe that's not allowed.
Yeah, I think we're in the historic district.
So.
In Scottsdale.
I think it should have a wood front door.
Right, so Diane, I don't know they caught this, but apparently the front door right now is metal.
Yep.
And they're saying that they'd be okay with wood.
Yeah, I would like to see a wood door. I think it's much more in keeping with the little house.
Yeah, okay. And your, I think your Marvin, are your Marvin windows, single glaze or insulated glass?
I believe they're only single glazed, unfortunately. I think that's what we have to have, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You have to, they,
I mean, we would love insulated windows, but.
yeah,
But I
unfortunately.
believe we, on our application, it's just single pane wood,
Okay,
like kind.
yep, okay.
Divided light.
Can I just talk to Diane, because I sent her all the pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Diane, look at your phone, because I sent you all the
Yeah,
pictures.
I got it right up here. The
Okay,
door
great.
and the window, the little roof and all that.
Okay.
The chimney, I got it all here. That's why I think it should have a wooden front door.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. So we also talked earlier about replacing your roof shingles.
Mhm.
So because you're in the old historic district, a lot of people are going from 3-tab to architectural because the warranty is better. And the 3 tabs, were you the one that was saying that they were blowing off the roof?
No, that was,
The other
another
guy?
guy in Scottsdale. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is what's happening. So if you want to go with the architecturals, there's certain manufacturers and colors that we approve in the old historic district. You just have, yes, exactly. So you have to use one of those.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on this in terms of what we would require to get this approved?
What are we doing about the windows?
Well, they're Marvin single glaze, which is an improvement over what's there now, which
And
is
they're wood,
seriously falling apart.
wood
They're
mullions?
Wood, yeah.
Okay. They're wood, okay. Okay.
I would make a motion to approve
Okay, and the only
with
condition,
a wooden door.
yeah. So you can, I'm sure you can find this, whatever door light configuration you have, you can find in wood.
Okay, same kind of configuration, just a wooden door. Yeah,
Right.
and we're open to anything, we're not picky. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Great. Okay, and thanks for waiting.
Thanks for finding
So we want to have a motion to approve with, do you want us to roll the roof shingles in there?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
Okay, so the motion would be to approve this
With
application
architectural
using
approved.
an approved roof shingle. It could be, if you want to use 3-tab, you can get that too. But a lot of people are going to architectural, but use the ones that are approved in the old historic district, okay? So that would be part of the motion. The other part would be to go not with the fiberglass door, but with a wood door.
Okay.
Okay, is that your motion?
With a real wood door.
Real wood door, correct. Okay, so that is Jesse's motion. Let's see, I don't know, on the motion, Abby.
Aye.
Thank you. Diane.
Aye.
Thank you. Jesse.
Aye.
Very good, and I'm in favor too.
Thank you.
So do we sign, so we have to cross out the fiberglass and put wood.
One of us can do that on the application. You guys are all set.
And when we get the list of the 4 shingles that are approved.
Where from the office?
Okay.
Go down to the HTC office, which is right over there,
Yep.
and they got it all mapped out for you. I think they might have a printed out list of it. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for finding it.
Okay, so I
Thanks
think,
for running over there,
I actually think
finding
that we
that.
got another, oh, look, who's here?
Oh,
I hope
Lisa.
share. Oh, the screen.
Hey, Lisa, can you screen share?
No, I don't have the drawings with me.
I don't have the drawings again. Because you're.
And also,
If
Ray,
you were so
what
far
are
down the
how many
list-
members, are there? It looks,
You have Abby, Jesse, Diane.
yeah, I'm not gonna go ahead with 3 people.
Oh, okay, well. so
And
let's
I don't have
add
the
up
drawings
Abby,
anyway,
Diane,
so
her.
you guys didn't look like you would get anywhere near this.
Well, Linda pulled all of her applications, which
good,
was like
thank you.
3 pages.
Yeah.
worth.
This
It's very
happened
good.
right before
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It always
So
does.
sorry.
The holidays,
Yeah.
everybody
Just like-
goes.
It's like,
Okay, Lisa,
scattered.
sorry to bug you, thanks.
Okay, thanks,
happy
guys.
holidays.
Happy
we
holidays.
did architectural shingles, right?
Well,
roof.
I'm leaving it up to them as long as it's approved in the OHD, because they, they might want 3 tab.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, folks, looks like we're drawing to a close here. Do we want to approve minutes?
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. We would be approving the minutes of December 6th. Does anybody want to make that motion?
So
So
moved.
move.
Abby beat you to it, Diane, but on the motion, Diane.
Aye.
Thank you, Jesse.
Aye.
Abby on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Okay, I guess now is the time that it comes when we get to adjourn, way early,
Way early.
and go back to work.
No.
No, just kidding. Oh, man. Okay, so should we adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Let's see, what's that? Hang on, you need to vote. On John's motion to adjourn, Abby,
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
Okay, John, on your motion.
Aye.
Thank you, and I'm in favor too. Hey, everybody, thanks so much and have a great holiday, and we'll see you next week.
Well, next year, right?
Oh, man, it's great, isn't
Are
it?
we? When are
Next
we?
year.
Yeah, we're 3rd.
In
Next year.
2 weeks.
Next year, we'll see you next year.
Yeah, not next week. We're gonna be,
Oh, wait.
because we're not gonna be having.
It's not next week.
No.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks away.
What the hell am I talking
What
about?
revelation did you guys just?
Well, no, because I thought that for some reason,
Next week was the
next
3rd.
week was January 3rd. No,
Oh,
we're-
wow,
yeah,
you're
no.
jumping.
What, 2 days later, it's not.
2 weeks from now.
I'm gonna be in the middle of
All
my.
right. Hey, you guys,
Little
thanks a
winter
lot for
getaway.
coming
Thank
through.
you.
This was great.
Yeah, for showing up.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. You
Yeah,
guys did
you
great.
You did great.
You guys
Really
did
good.
great. Thank you.
Watch, all these people are gonna start tuning in at like 7:30 or.
Cars pulling into the parking lot.
Okay. Hey, Diane,
Yep.
you still there?
Yes.
Okay, I wish you a happy holiday.
By the way, Diane, I love your picture. You look great.
Yeah,
in
it's a
that.
good picture.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
I'm in. I'm cutting.
Not
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Goodbye. Have a nice
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Hey, if any of you guys want some pizza.